The starters are loosening up. The grounds crew is putting the finishing touches on the field. And the anthem singer is warming up. It's time for the on-deck circle. Now with a preview of today's game, here's the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Salt Lake Bees baseball on another beautiful afternoon here in Tucson, Arizona. It's the Bees closing out their four-game series against the Tucson Sidewinders. Steve Klauke with you here from Tucson Electric Park, where the Bees have won the first three games of this series, including a 7-3 decision yesterday afternoon against the Sidewinders, scoring 3 in the second and 4 in the third, more than enough support for the outstanding effort of Jared Weaver, who in 7 innings threw only 83 pitches, allowed just 1 run on 2 hits, striking out 8, and he did not walk a batter, although he did hit 1 batter along the way. So the Bees trying for the 4-game series sweep, very similar to a year ago when Tucson opened up the season in Salt Lake City. The Stingers last year won the first 3 games of the series, but were not able to complete the sweep as the Sidewinders took Game 4 by a final score of 15-4. The pitching matchup for this afternoon's game for the Bees, it'll be right-hander Chris Buchek, who is number 1 all-time in starts in franchise history with 84. This will be number 85. And on the mound for the Sidewinders will be right-hander Justin Nippert. We'll come back and take a closer look at what happened here yesterday afternoon right after this 2-minute timeout here in the on-deck circle on ESPN 1230.
Hey, come in, sit down. Want some water?
No,
So, you're looking into doing...
Yeah.
Well, you've come to the right place. We specialize in and guarantee the lowest.
That sounds wonderful.
Well, to get you started, let's look at your...
I'm kind of embarrassed about my... it's not so good.
But your might not be as bad as you think. Let me take a look. Well, according to this, you don't score that bad.
Oh, that's great.
Well, we applied once at our bank, and they turned us down because of my...
Well, here at Platinum Financial, we don't just turn you away if your is too low.
Whether you're a first-time home buyer or think your is too low, maybe you just need to pull cash out for home improvement, Platinum Financial has a program to suit your needs. They're willing to sit down with you and walk you through the mortgage process every step of the way. Just call the office at 713-0504. Platinum Financial. They're here to help you with your peace.
After running around your house trying to sleep on every piece of your furniture each day, your dog could use a massage and you could use something to drink. You get a night out. Dog-friendly Save a Stray Soiree at the Hotel Monaco. It's a charity event to save homeless animals. Bid on an African photo safari or bid to have Peter Matt paint a portrait of you and your pet. All from No More Homeless Pets in Utah, UtahPets.org.
Mark Ziplar throws. Here's a swing and a high fly ball going deep to left. This may do it. Back to the wall goes Berra. It is over the fence. Home run. The Pirates win.
Classic baseball is back. The Salt Lake Bees. Now get a family pass to see the Bees this season for an incredible $199. That's only $276 per game for your entire immediate family. Call 325-BASE to get your family pass. And get ready for opening day, April 14th.
To Tucson Electric Park, where the Bees have gotten off to a great start here in 2006. Winners of each of their first 3 ball games, including yesterday afternoon, when they took the lead in the second inning and never looked back. With 1 out, Tommy Murphy singled to center off Tucson starter Edgar Gonzalez. Curtis Pride flied out to left, leaving the Bees with a runner at first base and 2 out. Ryan Buddy was then hit on the left arm on a 2-0 pitch, bringing Brian Speck to the plate with runners at first and second and 2 down. Now Gonzalez deals. Speck swings and lines one towards left center field. Heston on the run, still on the run, reaches up. He can't get to it. It's over his head and rolls to the wall. Murphy will score. Buddy's coming in behind him, and Speck's at second base with a 2-run double to put the Bees out in front, 2-0. So 2-0 at that point. Eric Ibar would follow up with an RBI single to make it 3-0 before the inning was out. Howie Kendrick and Dallas McPherson were hit by Gonzalez. 3 hit batters in 1 inning. And McPherson was hit again in the 3rd, a Salt Lake franchise record, having 4 batters hit by a pitch. Meanwhile, in the 3rd inning, with 1 out, Tommy Murphy doubled to left field. With 2 out, Ryan Buddy walked. Brian Speck singled to right, scoring Murphy to make it a 4-0 ball game. With Buddy going to 3rd, and on the throw to the plate, Brian Speck took second base. So runners in scoring position, 2 out for Eric Ibar.
Gonzalez ready, the 0-2 to Ibar. Line to the right center field, the base hit. In from 3rd, Buddy will score. Speck being waved around. Quentin's throw to the plate, not in time. The throw back to second base, and safe at second base is Eric Ibar after a 2-run single, and now the Bees lead it 6-0.
So 6-0 at that point. They would add 1 more on an RBI base hit by Howie Kendrick to make it a 7-0 ball game. A blip in the radar for Jared Weaver, giving up a 1-out solo home run to left by Scott Hairston. And then relief pitcher Rafael Cruz Chavez gave up a couple of runs in the 9th inning on a 2-run home run by Stephen Drew, but then retired the next 3 batters to record the victory for the Bees by a final score of 7-3. And again, to reiterate the numbers put up on the board by Jared Weaver in his AAA debut, 7 innings, 2 hits, 1 run earned, no walks, 8 strikeouts, a hit batter, and 1 home run allowed. So the Bees, winners of the first 3 games of this series. When we come back, we'll take our first look at today's Abra scoreboard in baseball right after this 2-minute timeout on ESPN 1230.
Safe Light Auto Glass brings you Jazz Talk Monday through Friday on 1320 KFan. Only Safe Light Auto Glass technicians are Safe Tech certified, and maybe that's why more people trust Safe Light to fix their auto glass damage than any other company. Visit SafeLight.com or call 1-800-800-ASAP for 24/7 instant scheduling, and catch Utah's #1 sports show on 1320 KFan Monday through Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. It's Jazz Talk, brought to you by Safe Light Auto Glass.
Hi, this is Trooper Akers of the Utah Highway Patrol. While driving, have you ever encountered a cyclist on the roadway? Did you know that both of you have the right to be there? Utah has a new law and road signs advising drivers and cyclists to share the road. Drivers, when you are overtaking a bicycle, you must slow down and pass safely with at least 3 feet between your vehicle and the rider. Cyclists, remember that you are also required to obey all traffic laws by riding on the right side of the roadway with no more than 2 bikes side by side. This message is brought to you in part by the Utah Department of Public Safety and the Salt Lake Radio Broadcasters Association.
If you're looking for the ideal job, we have immediate openings for mystery shoppers. You get paid to shop, dine and drink at restaurants, and even go to the movies. Companies will pay you to be their eyes and ears. You'll tell them how you, a customer, are treated and how their prices compare. Full or part-time, as a mystery shopper, you set your own hours and pick your own assignments. Bring home hundreds of extra dollars. To qualify, you must be able to read and write, be over 18, have a checking account, credit or debit card, and internet access. For a small fee, Mystery ShopLink gives you your training and your secret assignments. All you need to do is shop. Call now and you'll get a $1,000 online catalog gift certificate. Order what you want. As a mystery shopper, you get to keep the goods free. This is a very limited offer, so call right now. Call 1-800-693-7531 to find out how you can get paid to shop. That's 1-800-693-7531. Paid shopping assignments are now available in your area. Call 1-800-693-7531. Offer not available in Nevada.
Welcome back to Tucson Electric Park, where the Bees are getting ready to take on the Tucson Sidewinders. And let's take a look now at today's Abra scoreboard, as the Major Leagues and the PCL already with games underway, because Abra Auto Body and Glass provides a lifetime written guarantee on all structural and body repairs. They're a preferred provider for most insurance companies, and Abra will even handle the insurance details for you. They work with over 500 insurance companies nationwide to make your claims process effortless. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA today to schedule your appointment. Taking a look, first of all, in the Pacific Coast League, several games already underway at Des Moines. Iowa leading Albuquerque by a score of 3-1. Former Twins minor leaguer Michael Restovich with a home run in that one, his first of the year for the Iowa Cubs. In the bottom of the 4th inning at Omaha, the Royals trail Nashville by a score of 8-2. At New Orleans in the third, the Zephyrs and Round Rock are scoreless. At Las Vegas, Fresno batting in the top of the third, with the 51s leading Fresno 4-2. Willie Ibar, the older brother of the V's Eric Ibar, with his first home run of the year for Las Vegas. They're in the top of the fourth inning at Oklahoma. The Red Hawks leading Memphis by a score of 4-3. Later on, Colorado Springs and Tacoma will play too, and Sacramento will visit Portland. In the American League, they're going to the bottom of the ninth at Baltimore. The Red Sox leading the Orioles 4-1. In the bottom of the seventh at Texas, the Rangers lead Detroit 5-3. The Tigers off to a 5-0 start. In the bottom of the ninth at Kansas City, the White Sox trying to salvage the final game of their series with the Royals leading 3-0. Jim Thome with his third home run of the year for Chicago. In the third at Anaheim, the Yankees out to a 5-0 lead on the Angels as they scored 5 runs in the second. Alex Rodriguez and Jorge Posada both homered in that inning. In the second at Seattle, the Mariners and the A's are scoreless. Finals, Cleveland edged Minnesota 3-2, and Tampa Bay snapped a 2-all tie with a 3-run eighth to defeat Toronto 5-2. In the National League, Bobby Abreu, a former Tucson Toro, hit a 3-run home run in the bottom of the ninth to defeat the Dodgers 6-3. At Houston in the seventh, the Astros lead the Washington Nationals 6-3. After 6.5 at Milwaukee, the undefeated Brewers struggling. They trail Arizona 4-0. Bottom of the first at San Diego, the Padres and the Rockies are scoreless. Top of the second at San Francisco, it's the Braves 0 and the Giants 0. And later on, St. Louis will be at Chicago in the Sunday night game on ESPN. Finals from earlier today, the Mets edged the Marlins 3-2, and Pittsburgh won at Cincinnati 5-3. And that's a look at today's Abra scoreboard. We'll return with today's starting lineups right after this 2-minute timeout on ESPN 1230.
After running around your house trying to sleep on every piece of your furniture each day, your dog could use a massage, and you could use something to drink. You get a night out at the dog-friendly Save a Stray Soiree at the Hotel Monaco on April 22nd. It's a charity event from No More Homeless Pets in Utah, a coalition of animal rescue groups and shelters throughout the state. Your dog gets a chance to share thoughts with a pet psychic and a massage, while you can eat, mingle, and drink with other pet-loving folks. Hey, we'll even rent you a dog for the evening, hoping you'll adopt it. Bid on an African photo safari, or bid to have Peter Max paint a portrait of you and your pet. Buy tickets at utahpets.org or call 364-0370. From No More Homeless Pets in Utah, a coalition of animal rescue groups and shelters throughout the state.
Hi, I'm Action Man.
Oh, I know who you are. Are you here to update my green sticker?
Why, yes, my strange fellow. Show Action Man to your furnace.
Well, here's my furnace. What do you think?
You definitely need a green sticker. We can do that for only $59. But let me ask you, how is your air conditioner?
Well, it's not working so well, and I like to have it cold in the summer.
I just happen to have a few air conditioners that I'm almost getting away.
Oh, that sounds great, Action Man.
Okay, you are starting to creep out, Action Man.
Listen up, Salt Lake. The federal government is regulating the air conditioning industry this year, and prices will increase $1,000 or more on 2006 air conditioners. Action has a limited number of new 2005 air conditioners and is selling them for only $16.95. This will be your last chance to get a new air conditioner at such a low price. First come, first served for the fully installed new 2005 air conditioners for only $16.95. Take action. Call Action Plumbing, Heating, and Air at 363-5575. That's 363-5575.
All right, welcome back to Tucson, where the two teams are getting ready for this afternoon's ball game. So let's get you ready with today's starting lineup, brought to you by Salt Lake City Credit Union. Above and beyond every day. First of all, for the visiting Salt Lake Bees, managed by Brian Harper. Leading off, the shortstop, Eric Ibar. Batting second, the second baseman, Howie Kendrick. Hitting third and playing first base, Dallas McPherson. Batting cleanup and catching, Mike Napoli. Hitting fifth, the designated hitter, Kendry Morales. Batting sixth and playing right field, Tommy Murphy. Hitting 7th, the left fielder, Brian Specht. Batting 8th and playing third base, Adam Pavkovich. And hitting 9th is the center fielder, Reggie Willett. Pitching for the Bees will be right-hander Chris Buchek. For the homestanding Tucson Sidewinders, managed by Chip Hale, but again, he is not here with the ball club as he is coaching third base for the Diamondbacks, while the regular third base coach, Carlos Tosca, heals from a broken bone in his right foot. For the Sidewinders, leading off the second baseman, Alberto Callaspo. Batting second, the shortstop, Stephen Drew. Hitting third, the designated hitter, Scott Hairston. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Chris Carter. Hitting fifth and playing third base, Brian Barden. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Matt Erickson. Hitting seventh and playing left field, Donnie Sadler. Hitting eighth and catching Juan Brito. And batting ninth, the center fielder, Marland Williams. Pitching for the Sidewinders will be right-hander Dustin Nippert. It's the Bees and the Sidewinders wrapping up a 4-game series. Salt Lake going for the sweep. We'll be back with today's first pitch right after this timeout. You've been in the On-Deck Circle on ESPN 1230.
This has been the On-Deck Circle, a comprehensive look at today's game. The first pitch is right around the corner, so stay tuned. Salt Lake Bees baseball is coming up next on your home for the Salt Lake Bees, ESPN 1230 AM.
Hi, Rod Hundley here for UtahCTE.org. UtahCTE.org is designed to help prepare high school students to transition successfully to post-secondary education and help college students acquire the skills and knowledge needed to find gainful employment, as well as help workers acquire job skills in new fields or refresh skills in an existing career path. UtahCTE.org is an online resource that provides valuable training information, resources, and direction to investigate 9 areas of study, including agriculture, business, economics, entrepreneurship, family and consumer sciences, health science and technology, information technology, marketing and engineering, trade and technical. Log on to UtahCTE.org for more information. Campuses, settings, and public school locations all over Utah. UtahCTE.org, giving students the edge.
Message from Utah's Public Schools and Higher Education and the Salt Lake Radio Broadcasters Association.
Hey, this is Jake the Computer Boy from PC Laptop. I've got amazing news. We just opened 3 new locations. Layton Murray and our new humongous Salt Lake City store. So now we have 8 stores to serve you. Why have we opened all these new stores? Because Totally Awesome Computers, our competitor, has gone out of business. And we're adopting all their customers and honoring their lifetime service guarantee. Now we have over 75 computer geeks at your beck and call. That means you won't have to send off your computer to Chumbawamba for service. The cool thing is now we sell the best desktop computers. AMD makes smarter processors. AMD processors offer smarter features, smarter performance, smarter innovation, and smarter value. So make the smart choice and ensure your next PC is powered by AMD Smart Technology at PCLaptops.com. Go there right now, PCLaptops.com. Or stop by any one of our 8 locations, because at PC Laptops, we love you.
The starting pitchers are ready. The lineups have been exchanged, and the hot dogs are ready to go. It's time to play ball. Salt Lake Bees baseball is on the air. Now let's go to the ballpark. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
And welcome back to Tucson for Salt Lake Bees baseball. Now let's enjoy the singing of our national anthem. our national anthem prior to the start of today's game between the Bees and the Tucson Sidewinders against Salt Lake, winners of the first 3 games of this series. And right now the Sidewinders have taken the field for this afternoon's game. Donnie Sadler, a veteran in left field, Marlon Williams in center, and Matt Erickson in right. Brian Barden at third, Stephen Drew at short, Alberto Callaspo at second, and Chris Carter is at first. A battery of Dustin Nippert pitching and Juan Brito catching. For Nippert last year, this is his first start this year. He made 18 starts at AA Tennessee. He won 8 and lost 3 with a stellar 2.38 earned run average, and he threw 3 complete games. He did make 3 starts as well for the Arizona Diamondbacks in his major league debut. He was 1-0 with a 5.52 earned run average. His season did not start until May 29th due to his recovery from Tommy John surgery. He missed most of 2004. And again, the start of the 2005 season. This will be his AAA debut. He's made 3 starts at the big league level before getting a chance to pitch here at AAA in the Pacific Coast League. So the ball being tossed around the infield. We're ready to go. So sit back, relax, and enjoy as Salt Lake Bees baseball is on the air for a Sunday afternoon from Tucson, Arizona. Leading things off for the Bees will be the shortstop, Eric Ibar. Ibar batting .467 in this series, 7 for 15, 1 double, 1 triple, no homers, and tied for the league lead with 8 runs batted in. He and Matt Watson of Sacramento, each with 8 RBI. The first pitch from Nippert, Ibar runs up and takes a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to Ibar. Looks forward to having a chance to play against his brother with Las Vegas starting tomorrow. The 0-1 pitch swung on and popped up. Shallow center. Drew going out. Williams coming in. Williams is there, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. 82 degrees. Winds about 9 miles per hour, blowing across from left field to right field. Carlos Quinton, the right fielder regularly for Tucson, out with an intercostal strain, so he was replaced at the last minute in the lineup by Matt Erickson. Howie Kendrick swings at the first pitch and flies one to Erickson. In and to his left, makes the basket catch for out number 2. So 3 pitches, 2 outs for Dustin Nippert, who's rated as the number 5 prospect in the organization by Baseball America and rated as having both the best fastball and curveball in the Diamondbacks minor league system. That fastball ranges in the low to mid-90s, as well as a curveball and a changeup. Here's Dallas McPherson batting .167, 2 doubles and a home run. The first pitch is a breaking ball in. It's an easy strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. We'll also keep you up to date today on what's happening at the Masters with, 5 players tied for the lead right now as Nippert delivers a curveball low, and that evens the count 1-1. Things not going well for the Bees parent club in Anaheim today as the Yankees look to salvage the final game of that series. New York leading 8-0 in the 3rd inning. 1-1 pitch cut out and missed by McPherson, and the count 1-2. Dallas has a total of 12 official at-bats, and he has struck out 6 times. The 1-2. Fastball cut out and missed. He struck him out as Dustin Nippert works a very smooth 1-2-3 first inning. So after the first half inning of play here in Tucson, it's the Bees nothing. The Sidewinders are coming to bat on ESPN 1230.
Hey, this is Dan, the laptop and desktop man from PC Laptops. We're having a sales event so crazy, you might spontaneously combust. We're having our tax refund insanity sale. That means you can get your computer right now and not pay for it for up to half a year later. We're doing 0 down, 0 payments, 0 interest for half a year. So you can get your computer right now and pay for it later. You thought we sold great laptops. Holy mackerel. You'll do a backflip when you see our new lineup of desktop computers. Remember, at PC Laptops, you get a lifetime service guarantee. So if you get a virus or a Trojan, or even if you completely mess up your computer by accident, it's covered at no charge. AMD processors offer smarter features, smarter performance, smarter innovation, and smarter value. So make the smart choice and ensure that your next PC is powered by AMD's smart technology. Get into any one of our 8 PC laptop locations right now. because we love you. Or check us out on the web at PCLaptops.com.
Okay, guys, did you blow it on Valentine's Day? Forget her birthday? Space out your anniversary? Well, you can redeem yourself. Take her to the gala. The Juan Diego Gala, that is, on April 29th. It's a romantic deal. Candlelight dinner, dance till midnight to a live band, none of that karaoke stuff. She can dress to the nines, and you can support the school. For tickets to the Juan Diego Gala, call the school or go to JuanDiegoGala.com. She might even forgive you. Well, at least until next year.
Go to the bottom of the first inning, no score. Defensively for the Bees, Brian Specht is in left, Reggie Willits in center, Tommy Murphy in right, Adam Pavkovich at third, Eric Ibar at short, Howie Kendrick at second base, and Dallas McPherson is over at first. A battery of Chris Buchek pitching and Mike Napoli catching. For Buchek, making his first appearance of the year last season in 21 starts for the Stingers, he won 7 and lost 4 with a 5.42 earned run average. 5 appearances, 2 starts for the Angels, 0-1 with a 3.38 earned run average. Obviously, especially at the AAA level, you don't want to be a career record holder, but Chris Buchek holds many of the career marks in this Salt Lake franchise's history. Alberto Callaspo, his former teammate, leads things off. And he'll take high for a fastball, ball 1. 154 average to start the series, 2 for 13. The 1-0 pitch, low and inside a ball, and it's 2-0. Chris Buchek last year struggled at times with his control. Now the pitch. Breaking ball strike on the inside corner above the knees, and the count's 2-1. Chris had an outstanding for the Angels, but just once again caught in a numbers game. And not statistical numbers. 2-1 pitch is grounded foul into and out of the Bees dugout behind first base. The count's even at 2-2. The 2 balls, 2 strikes. Buchek, 13 innings of work in spring training for the Halos. Now the 2-2. Swung on, lined on 1/2 to second. Kendrick in short right field, flags it down, and sidearms it to first for the out. So Callaspo retired, 1 away. That'll bring up Stephen Drew, the shortstop, batting .286, 2 homers, 3 runs batted in, as he has 4 hits and 14 at-bats in this series. Getting back to Buchek, he was 3-0 in spring training with a 0.71 earned run average, giving up just 1 run in 12 2/3 innings. He had 10 strikeouts and only 1 walk. Pitch on the way, bounces in, and it's ball 1. Again for Chris, this is his Salt Lake franchise leading 85th start of his career. He is currently second in wins with 30, 2 behind LaTroy Hawkins. And there wasn't much more that Chris could do in spring training. It just didn't work out for him again. And obviously he's got to be a little bit frustrated. The 1-0. Long on, bounce toward short. A high hop, but Ibar handles it. Throws to first in time for the out. That one took a funny bounce. This is a very lumpy infield here in Tucson, and that one took a high bounce, but Eric able to stay with it and make the play for the second out of the inning. 2 out for the DH, Scott Hairston. Hairston batting .455 in the series, 5 out of 11. 2 doubles, 2 homers, and 3 runs batted in. He is worn out Salt Lake pitching over the years. He's 17 for 40 over the last 2 seasons. 9 of his 17 hits have gone for extra bases, including 4 home runs. Buchek's first pitch on the way, and it's outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Buchek, 6'5", 200 pounds, in his 6th year, born in LaPorte, Indiana, now calls Phoenix, Arizona home. Buchek 1-0 in his record against Tucson, picking up a victory in his only start last year. His fastball runs inside of the right-hand batter, and the count's 2-0. Gave up 2 runs, 1 earned on 5 hits in 5 2/3 innings for the victory. Outfield straight away and deep for Hairston. As Buchek delivers the 2-0. That one bounces in, and the count goes to 3-0. No score. Bottom of the first inning. We're just underway. Final game of the series. Ball club will fly to Las Vegas tonight before they open up a 4-game series against the 51s tomorrow night at Cashman Field. 3-0 pitch is a fastball high, and Hairston is aboard with a 2-out walk. Brings up the first baseman, Chris Carter. Carter 4 for 12 in this series. One of his 4 hits a double. Again, last year the Stingers won the first 3 games of the season against Tucson, but could not complete the sweep at Franklin Covey Field, with Tucson winning Game 4, 15-4. Fastball high, ball 1 to Carter, as Buchek has now missed the strike zone on 5 straight pitches. Well, this is Bark in the Park Day in Tucson. You might be able to pick up the sound of Fido barking in the background. There's a turn of the toss to first. And Hairston is back. Fans encouraged to bring their dogs. They're all out on the berm in the outfield here in left and right center field. One ball, no strikes the pitch. Fastball sliced towards left field. Speck going back, still going back. Reaches up and it goes off his glove and to the base of the wall. Rounding third, heading for home, Hairston. Ibar's relay over the head of the catcher Napoli, but backed up by Buchek, and it's 1-0 Tucson. Then Speck learning the outfield, and they're going to give Chris Carter a gift double on that one, as Speck slow getting back initially and then turned down the speed and then had the ball go off his glove. But they're going to give Carter an RBI double on that, so it's 1-0 Tucson. And for the 3rd time in the 4 games of this series, Tucson takes the lead in the bottom of the first inning. So again, a 2-out walk opens the door, and Tucson on this occasion takes advantage of it. Here's Brian Barden, the third baseman, 1 out of 11 in this series. Buchek delivers, and a fastball is lifted foul off into the right of home plate. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count the right-hand batter. 1-0 Tucson here in the bottom of the first. Now Buchek checks the runner, the pitch. Off speed and over for a strike, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Chris, a first-round pick, the 20th selection overall in 2000 out of Auburn. One of 3 first-round draft picks on this Bees pitching staff amongst the starters. Joe Saunders and Jared Weaver the others. Now Buchek the 0-2. Fastball up and into the right-hand batter, and the count on Barden, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Buchek trying to keep the damage minimal here in the first as he delivers the 1-2 to Barden. Swung on and sliced foul into the seats down the right field side. And the count remains 1-2. Nice gathering here on a Sunday afternoon. Probably the second biggest crowd of the 4-game series. Over 9,300 that paid attendance on opening night. Just over 2,000, just over 3,000 the other 2 games. Carter the lead at second base, 2 out, bottom of the first, 1-0 Tucson, and now time is called at home plate. In all 4 games from Las Vegas are 8:05 starts Mountain Time before the home opener on Friday. The 1-2. Fastball inside as Barden jackknifes to get out of the way, and that evens the count at 2-2. The 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Symmetrical ballpark here in Tucson, 340 down the line, 388 to the alleys, and 405 to straightaway center field. Buchek the 2-2. Barden takes a breaking ball, strike 3 called. That ball started up high and dropped in under the letters as across the plate. 1 run, though, on 1 hit. 1 runner left on base as we go to the second. Tucson 1, the Bees nothing on ESPN 1230.
Strike three. A no-hitter, a perfect game for John Larson. Yogi Berra runs out there. He leaps on Larson, and he's swarmed by his teammates. Listen to this crowd roar.
Classic baseball is back. The Salt Lake Bees. Now students can get a pass to all 72 Bees games this summer for the incredible price of just $25. That's only 35 cents a game. Call 325-BASE to get your student pass today and get ready for opening day, April 14th.
Alta Mortgage Group has done it again. We've just secured another $5 million to place this month for lending to people with less than perfect credit. This program was so hot last time that the money was allocated within the first several days. All you have to do is call us at 628-9400 and give us the zip code of where you want to live. Answer a few questions, and we'll do a free credit check and email you a list of homes you qualify for in that zip code. This is a free, no-obligation service. One phone call will make your dream of home ownership a reality. Alta Mortgage Group and Realty Professionals, LLC make this program possible for you. Quit renting and start owning now. Or if you want to upgrade your home, give us a call for our upgrade program. It'll save you thousands of dollars on the sale of your current home. Rates are on their way up. So to get the best rate, you must act now. Call us at 628-9400. That's 628-9400. Or visit us on the web at altamortgagegroup.com. That's altamortgagegroup.com.
We go to the second inning, 1-0 in favor of Tucson. It'll be Mike Napoli, Kendry Morales, and Tommy Murphy due up to face right-hander Dustin Nippert, 6'8", 225 in his fifth professional year. Born in Wheeling, West Virginia, now calls Bealsville, Ohio home. The first pitch to Mike Napoli, and he'll take a fastball high, ball one. Napoli, 4 for 9 in this series with a double, all 4 hits coming on opening night Thursday. The 1-0. Napoli hits one on one hop hard, but right at the shortstop Drew. Backhands it and flips the throw over to first in plenty of time for the out. So 1 away, and that'll bring up Kendry Morales, the designated hitter. One of the very few Bees hitters off to a slow start. Morales, 2 for 14, a 143 average, with 1 run batted in. Morales, switch hitter, batting from the left side against the right-hander Nippert. The big 6'8" righty delivers, and a fastball is fouled. Back out of play, strike one. Don't forget, youngsters between the ages of 8 and 13, you can help me call the action from the press box at home on the Great Clips Junior Broadcaster for a game. Enter to win at any Wasatch Front Great Clips location. Relax, it's Great Clips. The 0-1 to Morales. Swung on, loop towards right, and in for a base hit just over the glove of the leaping Alberto Callaspo at second base. So Kendry Morales is aboard with the first hit of the ball game for the Bees. 1 on, 1 out. That'll bring up Tommy Murphy, the right fielder. Murphy off to a red-hot start, batting .538, 7 for 13, 2 doubles, a homer, and 3 runs batted in. That home run, a 3-run blast on Friday, the only round tripper so far by a Bees batter. 1 on, 1 out. First pitch to Murphy. Fastball strike in the outside corner above the knees. 0-1, despite being there, the fact that there is 1 out, the third baseman Barden playing in, guarding against a bunt by Murphy. If he is bunting, it would be for a base hit. 1 strike the count. The pitch. Murphy swings and pops it up. Drifting foul back behind the screen and out of play as he was out in front of a changeup. And now the count on Murphy is 0-2. Just 3 games into the season, the Bees lead the league with a team batting average of .357, and they lead the league with 25 runs scored. And 2 the count on Murphy. Morales is short lead at first. Nippert ready, the pitch. Fastball high, ball 1. 1-2 the count on Murphy. Ryan Harper, the Bees manager, going through the signs over in the coach's box at third. Jim Eppert, in his 4th year as the Salt Lake hitting coach, is over at first. Nippert ready, the 1-2. Swinging a ground ball toward short, could be Drew. Drew fumbles the ball, recovers, and throws wide of the bag at first, and everybody is safe. So instead of getting 2 outs, they don't get anybody. As he tried to start the double play, he had trouble getting a grip on the ball, so he had to reload and then threw to first and pulled the first baseman Carter off the bag to the outfield side. Be interesting to see if they rule it a fielding error or a throwing error. Probably a throwing error, because if it was on target, they would have been able to get Murphy. So now the Bees with 2 on. Runners at first and second, 1 out for Brian Speck. 3 for 7 in the series, going 3 for 4 with 3 RBI yesterday. First pitch on the way, and Speck takes high, ball 1. For Tucson, that is their 6th error of this series. In the infield, a double play depth. The outfield playing Speck to pull towards right. Nippert ready. Glance towards second, and now the 1-0 home. Fastball misses upstairs, ball 2. 2-0 the count. 1-0 Tucson, but the Bees trying to answer back here in the top of the second inning. Two balls, no strikes. The pitch. Speck takes a fastball high, ball 3. 3-0 the count, and a wide one here would load the bases for Pavkovich. Salt Lake comes into this game with a franchise record 12-game winning streak going back to last season when they won the last 9 games of the season to fall a game short of Tacoma in the North Division race, and now they've won the first 3 games of this season. 3-0 pitch. Speck takes right down the middle, strike 3-1. So that's 12 wins in a row overall for Salt Lake. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. Previous record, 10 wins in a row between the 8th and 18th of June in the year 2000. With that high-powered offensive club that was the only team in baseball to score over 1,000 runs during the season. Morales at second, Murphy at first, 1 out. The 3-1 pitch to Speck. Fastball misses outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. So a single, an error, and a walk fill the bases for Adam Pavkovich. Pavkovich 0 for 1 in this series, getting his first start. So a golden opportunity here for the Bees. Pavkovich, last year in a Salt Lake uniform, though, just 1 for 9 batting with the bases loaded. He did, though, drive in 7 runs. So Morales, the tying run at third. Murphy, the potential go-ahead run at second. And Brian Speck over at first base. So Pavkovich, the batter, hit .269 last year. Pretty much as the everyday third baseman. 8 homers, 51 runs batted in for the Stingers last year. First pitch on the way. Fastball popped up foul. First base side and out of play. Strike 1. Righty against righty here. Bees start the day with a half-game lead in the division, thanks to Tacoma being rained out yesterday. Bees 3-0, Rainiers 2-0, Beavers 2-1, Colorado Springs 0-2. The 1-strike pitch to Pavkovich in the air to left center field. Williams racing over to his right is there. He'll reach up and make the catch. Tagging at third is Morales, and he'll come across with the game-tying run. It's a 1-1 game. So Pavkovich picks up his first run batted in. Murphy holds his ground at second base. And the run is unearned as the error extended the inning. If that error hadn't taken place, that would have been the third out. So now runners at first and second, 2 down. In a 1-1 game, here's Reggie Willits, who had yesterday off. Over the first 2 games, though, he was 3 for 6 with 3 runs batted in. So 2 on, 2 out, 1 in for the Bees here in the second. Pitch, fastball high, ball 1. Want to know the count tomorrow Kevin Gregg will start for the Bees against left-hander Eric Stoltz. First lefty starter that the Bees have seen. 8:05 first pitch from Las Vegas. Nippert, the glance towards second, the 1-0 to Willett. Swinging a foul back behind home plate, 1-1 the count. Tuesday, Joe Saunders will face right-hander Chad Billingsley. Wednesday, Dustin Mosley goes for the Bees against righty DJ Holton, and then Jared Weaver goes Thursday against veteran right-hander Aaron Seeley, who saw some action for the Stingers a couple of years ago on a rehab assignment. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Willits. Runners at first and second, 2 out the pitch. Into the dirt, bounces away from the catcher Brito up the first baseline, and the runners will advance 90 feet. That'll be a wild pitch on Nippert, and so now runners at second and third with 2 out, and the count on Willits, 2 balls and 1 strike. That is the first wild pitch of the series by either pitching staff. So 2-1 the count on Willits. Now a base hit could score 2 instead of 1. Now Nippert ready. The glance towards third, the 2-1 home. Into the dirt again. This time Brito able to block it and keep it nearby at home plate. So now the count is 3-1. First, the Bees going into face an equally red-hot Las Vegas club. They've won their first 3 games over Fresno, and they lead the Grizzlies today 7-2 in the 5th inning. As Eric Ibar's brother Willie has hit a pair of home runs for the 51s. Murphy at third, Specht at second, 2 out. Good hitters pitch at 3-1 as Nippert delivers. Fastball high, he walked him, and the bases are reloaded. Second walk of the inning issued by Nippert, and that's going to draw a visit to the mound from pitching coach Mike Parent as Eric Ibar will get set to stand in. He flied out to center field his first time up. So bases loaded, 2 out. 1-1 ball game here in the second inning. Tucson scored 1 in the first. These have picked up an unearned run here in the second. Now the home plate umpire out to the mound to speed up the conversation. And now the meeting has adjourned. So bases loaded, 2 out for Eric Ibar. Last year at AA Arkansas, he was 3 for 12 batting with the bases loaded with 5 runs batted in. The pitch on the way. Ibar takes a fastball high, ball 1. Well, he comes into this at bat tied with Matt Watson of Sacramento for the league lead with 8 runs batted in. Nippert will work from the windup with the bases loaded, 2 out. 1-0 pitch, a fastball, misses upstairs again, ball 2. Everything is missing high for Nippert right now. When he tried to break off a curveball, it's been short in the dirt. The fastballs are missing high. The 2-0 to Ibar. Swung on and ripped to right field, a base hit. In from third, Murphy will score. Specht in behind him. Racing for third is Willett. It's a 2-run single for Eric Ibar, and the Bees take a 3-1 lead. 10 runs batted in now in the 4 games of this series for Eric Ibar. So Ibar drives in 2 again. All of these runs are unearned because of the error by the shortstop Drew that has opened the door for the Bees to take the lead. That'll bring up Howie Kendrick, who flied out to right field his first time up. So 3 runs across here in the second inning. And they still have, the Bees do, runners at the corners with 2 out. Now Nippert's pitch, the runner at first goes. The pitch is a strike in the pitch and throw to second base. Not in time. A head-first slide for Eric Ibar, and he picks up his first stolen base of the year. So now runners at second and third. That's the fifth steal and 8 tries for the Bees in this series. Now, apparently the home plate umpire ruled that one a ball. So Kendrick now with a 1-0 count. Runners at second and third. Nippert again working from the windup. Now the right-hander ready and the 1-0. Fastball high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Nippert last year picked up his first major league win against the Dodgers in September. Fastball inside, ball 3. 3-0 the count, and a wide one would reload the bases. This would be an opportune time to give Howie Kendrick the green light. The 3-0 pitch on the way. He has the green light, and he punches it into right field. It traps in for a base hit. In to score Willett. Ibar around third. The throw up the line and not in time. It's a 2-run single for Howie Kendrick, and now the Bees lead it 5-1. So Brian Harper indeed gives Kendrick the green light, and Howie takes advantage of it, dropping it just in front of the on-charging right fielder, Matt Erickson. So Ibar and Kendrick with back-to-back 2-run singles. And now here's Dallas McPherson, who struck out swinging his first time up. Runner at first base, 2 out, and again all the runs are unearned. The pitch. Nippert delivers a fastball down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-1. The no balls, 1 strike. Now Nippert's pitch. Swing and a miss at a high fastball, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. These with a 5 spot here in the second. They've already had a 6-run inning in this series. That was on Friday night. The 0-2 just missed outside at the knees. Ball 1, 1-2 the count. Five runs on 3 hits in the inning, and again a very costly error by the shortstop Drew. The 1-2 to McPherson. Kendrick takes off, swing and a miss at a breaking ball in the dirt, and that retires the side. But a very productive second inning. 5 runs on 3 hits. 1 very costly error and 1 runner left on the base paths. We go to the bottom of the second. It's the Bees 5, Tucson 1 on ESPN 1230.
Running around your house, trying to sleep on every piece of your furniture each day, your dog could use a massage, and you could use something to drink. You get a night out. Dog-friendly Save a Stray Soiree at Hotel Monaco. It's a charity event to save homeless animals. Bid on an African photo safari, or bid to have Peter Mack paint a portrait of you and your pet. All from No More Homeless Pets in Utah, UtahPets.org.
Hi, I'm Action Man.
Oh, I know who you are. Are you here to update my green sticker?
Why, yes, my strange fellow. Show Action Man to your furnace.
Well, here's my furnace. What do you think?
You definitely need a green sticker. We can do that for only $59. But let me ask you, how is your air conditioner?
Well, it's not working so well, and I like to have it cold in the summer.
I just happen to have a few air conditioners that I'm almost giving away.
Oh, that sounds great, Action Man.
Okay, you are starting to creep out, Action Man.
Listen up, Salt Lake. The federal government is regulating the air conditioning industry this year, and prices will increase $1,000 or more on 2006 air conditioners. Action has a limited number of new 2005 air conditioners and is selling them for only $16.95. This will be your last chance to get a new air conditioner at such a low price. First come, first served for the fully installed new 2005 air conditioners for only $16.95. Take action. Call Action Plumbing, Heating, and Air at 363-5575. That's 363-5575.
We go to the bottom of the second inning. Chris Buchek now takes to a 4-run lead after the Bees played at 5 in the top half of the inning. It's 5-1 Salt Lake. Leading things off will be the right fielder, Matt Erickson for Tucson. Erickson 1 for 3 in this series. Erickson in his 10th year. Played in the PCL with Albuquerque, Nashville, and Calgary prior to donning this Tucson uniform. First pitch fastball in for a strike from Buchek, and the count's 0-1. Outfield shaded towards left for Erickson, a left-handed batter. Now the 0-1, he shows bunt track, bunt first base side, McPherson charging, Loving flipping to Buchek just in time for the out. Nicely done, a big play that time defensively as Erickson laid down what looked to be a pretty good drag bunt up the first base side. McPherson charging the ball, and then an underhand perfect lead toss to Buchek. He in stride, so he's able to get to the bag about a step ahead of Erickson. So one out here in the second brings up left fielder Donnie Sadler, making his 2006 debut. Last year he did not play. The pitch on the way, and it's a strike 0-1. A fastball, a veteran of over 400 Major League games played with Boston, Cincinnati, Kansas City, Texas, and Arizona. A lifetime 202 hitter in the big leagues. Started the year last year with Arizona, had just 3 hits and 23 at-bats before being waived. Now the 0-1. Breaking ball, and it's an ease, a strike, and it's 0-2. He was signed by the White Sox and placed at AAA Charlotte, played 3 games there, was 1 for 7 before he was released. Sadler signed by the Diamondbacks this year, back in January as a free agent. No balls, 2 strikes as Buchek delivers. Breaking ball low, 1-2 the count. Sadler in his 12th professional season. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Now the big 6'5" right-hander deals. Swung on, high chopper over the mound. Ibar charging, gloving, throwing on the run in time to get Sadler for the out. Again, it's rock hard in front of home plate. That took a very high bounce over the head of Chris Buchek. Ibar charging in and over in a hurry. If he doesn't get that one on the first hop, there's no chance to get Sadler. So a fine play by Eric. And it's 2 up, 2 down here in the second inning. Brings up Juan Brito, the catcher, looking for his first hit of the series. He's 0 for 7. Buchek's first pitch to Brito. Fastball strike on the inside corner just under the belt, 0-1. A reminder that all Monday home games are again Harmon's Family Nights with the Bees. Stop by your local Harmon store and pick up a voucher good for 8 family members to get in for just $16. The 0-1 pitch swung on, trilled into right center field, a base hit. And so Brito off the schneid on 2006, picking up his first hit. Hit number 2 of the game for Tucson, and that'll bring up Marlon Williams, the center fielder. 1 for 4 in this series, that 1 hit a double. When you pick up that voucher at Harmon's, you then take it to the Bees box office at the ballpark for redemption. Harmon's, your neighborhood grocer. Well, Tucson got their run in the first inning after 2 out and nobody on. A walk to Hairston, followed by the double by Carter. Here, the first 2 batters are retired, and Brito delivers a single. Pitch to Williams on the way. A curveball strike, and it's 0-1. Buchek striking out Brian Barden to end the first inning. He's now 16 strikeouts away, becoming the Salt Lake franchise all-time leader in that department. Now the 0-1, fastball, foul, back it out of play, and the count's 0-2. Mark Redmond, who's currently on the disabled list, is the all-time leader with 331 strikeouts. Last year, Buchek passed Travis Miller for second place. The 0-2. Breaking ball just a little bit low, 1-2 to Williams. Again, they're impressive numbers, but no player wants to be a career statistical leader at the AAA level. The 1-2. Low and outside, 2-2 the count. Outfield shaded towards right a bit for Williams. Outstanding speed. The 2-2. Fastball inside, leans him back out of the way, and that's ball 3. So now the count full at 3-2, and that means Brito will automatically be on the move with the pitch over at first base. McPherson playing in behind Brito at first. Now Buchek from the stretch. The right-hander delivers. Brito goes. The pitch is caught foul. Backing out of play. We'll do it all over again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Lorenzo Bundy, the interim manager for Tucson, coaching over at third base. Jerry Gill, not in the lineup for Tucson today, is coaching over at first. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, the payoff pitch with Brito going, and it's high, ball 4. Second walk issued by Buchek, and now the Sidewinders have runners at first and second base, 2 down for Alberto Callaspo. Callaspo grounded out to the second baseman Kendrick his first time up. So again, the Sidewinders trying to put together a 2-out uprising. Two on, 2 out, 5-1 D's here in the bottom of the second. Buchek ready, the pitch. Lined into right center field, a base hit. Racing over to cut it off is Murphy. In around third and heading for home is Brito. On to third base goes Marlon Williams. It's an RBI single for Callaspo, and it's now a 5-2 ball game. So all of the runs for Tucson have come in innings in which there were 2 out and nobody on base to start with. So now here's Stephen Drew, bounced out to short his first time up. Very capable of tying this game with 1 swing of the bat. So again, Buchek trying to keep the damage minimal here. With runners at the corners, 2 outs, and 1 run in. Buchek ready. The pitch. Swung on, flared to shallow left. Speck running hard is there, and he'll put it away for the 3rd out of the inning. So 1 run out of all that. 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners were left stranded. We've played 2 innings here at Tucson Electric Park with a score. The Bees 5 and the Sidewinders 2. We'll be back with the top of the 3rd right after this on ESPN 1230.
I am the port in the storm.
I am the line in the sand.
I am the rescuer in the dark.
I am the enforcer of the seas.
I am the defender of the homeland. In the United States Coast Guard and Coast Guard Reserve, you are the first line of defense against threats to our American way of life. To become one of us, call 1-877-NOW-USCG or visit GoCoastGuard.com.
We are the shield of freedom. We are the United States Coast Guard.
Sponsored by the U.S. Coast Guard in cooperation with the Utah Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey, this is Jake the Computer Boy from PC Laptop. I've got amazing news. We just opened 3 new locations. Layton Murray and our new humongous Salt Lake City store. So now we have 8 stores to serve you. Why have we opened all these new stores? Because Totally Awesome Computers, our competitor, has gone out of business. And we're adopting all their customers and honoring their lifetime service guarantee. Now we have over 75 computer geeks at your beck and call. That means you won't have to send off your computer to Chumbawamba for service. The cool thing is now we sell the best desktop computers. AMD makes smarter processors. AMD processors offer smarter features, smarter performance, smarter innovation, and smarter value. So make the smart choice and ensure your next PC is powered by AMD Smart Technology at PCLaptops.com. Go there right now, PCLaptops.com, or stop by any one of our 8 locations, because at PC Laptops, we love you.
All right, we go to the 3rd inning. It's 5-2 in favor of the Bees as they batted around and scored 5 times in the second. So for the 2nd consecutive inning, Mike Napoli will lead things off. He bounced out to the shortstop Drew his first time up. It's also time for our 3rd inning update of the Abra scoreboard. First the pitch to Napoli, a fastball down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-1. Windshield chips or cracks got you down? Let the specialist at Abra take the worry out of your glass replacement or repair. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA today to schedule your appointment. Nippert delivers a changeup that misses high and inside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mike Napoli, a right-handed batter. Nippert's pitch, curveball, lifted in the air into shallow right field. Coming in and over towards the line is Erickson. Shades down, glove up, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Not a high sky like we had yesterday. There are some high clouds which will help the fielders on pop flies and fly balls, as opposed to nothing but a sea of azure blue above. Here's Kendry Morales, who got the 5-run rally started last inning with a base hit to right field. At Iowa, the Cubs ripped Albuquerque 7-1, so Iowa takes 3 out of 4 in that series. Morales swings, pops it up, shallow left, drifting back to shortstop Drew, calling off the left fielder Sadler to make the catch, and very quickly there are 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. Brings up Tommy Murphy, who reached on that big error by the shortstop Drew his first time up. He'll take his time getting to the plate so that Chris Buchek can extend his in-between inning rest, as the right-hander Nippert's retired the first 2 batters on just 4 pitches here in the 3rd. At Omaha, Nashville leading the Royals 11-4. That game in the top of the 8th at Rosenblatt. First pitch to Murphy, a fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. Round Rock in New Orleans, that game scoreless with the Zephyrs batting in the bottom of the 7th. 1 strike the count on Murphy, the pitch. Swinging a tap foul on a changeup behind home plate, 0-2. Las Vegas 9, Fresno 2. The 51's batting in the bottom of the 6th. Oklahoma leading at home over Memphis 6-5. The Redbirds batting in the top of the 8th. At Tacoma, the Rainiers lead Colorado Springs 2-0 in the 2nd. And Sacramento just underway at Portland. The 0-2 pitch, grounded to short. Drew gobbles this one up, the step and the throw, on target and in time to retire the sides. The Bees are up and down in order in their half of the 3rd. 1, 2, 3, nothing across. After 2.5, it's the Bees 5 and Tucson 2 on ESPN 1230.
How would you like to get paid $1,000 simply for losing ugly fat? DJ Diet here at K-Slim Radio. I've been authorized to pay my listeners $1,000 each as part of a real-life weight loss study now underway coast to coast. How many more attempts at losing weight are you going to endure before you understand the fact that all diets are impossible to stick to? That's why this study is testing a very unusual dieting concept. Diet only 15 days of the month. This unique diet concept, called One Day Diet, allows you to go off the diet 15 days out of 30. All participants who get paid $1,000 will be documented proof that revolutionary one-day diet outperforms every other diet when used by real people in real life. Go to www.dietstudy.com to enroll. One-day diet is for those who have fallen into dieters' despair and are looking for a real solution. To join the largest ever real-life weight loss study and get paid $1,000, simply go to dietstudy.com. That's dietstudy.com.
I am the port in the storm.
I am the line in the sand.
I am the rescuer in the dark.
I am the enforcer of the seas.
I am the defender of the homeland.
In the United States Coast Guard and Coast Guard Reserve, you are the first line of defense against threats to our American way of life. To become one of us, call 1-877-NOW-USCG or visit GoCoastGuard.com.
We are the shield of freedom. We are the United States Coast Guard.
Sponsored by the U.S. Coast Guard in cooperation with the Utah Broadcasters Association and this station.
We go to the bottom of the 3rd here in Tucson. A warm afternoon. Temperatures in the mid-80s right now. It's a 5-2 ball game in favor of the Bees. It'll be Scott Hairston, Chris Carter, and Brian Barton, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up for Tucson here in the 3rd. Hairston walked with 2 out in the 1st and then scored on the ensuing double by Carter. Buchek ready, and Chris's first pitch is inside, ball 1. In each of the first 2 innings, Buchek retired the first 2 batters he faced, but the Sidewinders would score a run before the inning was out. 1 ball to count on Hairston. Outfield straight away. As Buchek delivers, a fastball grounded sharply to third, bobbled by Paskovich, but he recovers, throws high, and it's off the glove of McPherson and bounces into the stands. Looked like Paskovich recovered. The throw was a little high, but looked like McPherson's glove was there, and it just glanced off of it. Didn't have to jump or anything. And the error is going to be charged to McPherson over at first base. So runner at second, nobody out on the error, and that'll bring up Chris Carter, who doubled in a run his first time up. Continuing the Abra scoreboard after 5 in Anaheim, the Yankees lead the Angels 9-1. A-Rod's gone deep. Jorge Posada has hit a pair of home runs in that one, as Bartolo Colon just didn't have it today. Pitch on the way. Carter pops it foul. Backing out of play. Strike 1. In the 6th inning at Seattle, the A's lead the Mariners 4-0. Boy, the Mariners just can't hit a lick. Either that or Oakland's pitching is very, very good this year. Mariners only had 2 hits on Friday, 1 hit yesterday, and they only have 1 hit through 5 innings today. One strike on the left-hand hitting Carter as Buchek deals. Up high with a fastball, 1-1 the count. Finals in the American League, Cleveland edged Minnesota 3-2. Tampa Bay topped Toronto 5-2. Travis Lee with his 3rd home run of the year for the Devil Rays. Former Sidewinder. Now Buchek the 1-1. Breaking ball into the dirt, smothered by the catcher Napoli, so the runner has to hold at second base. Hairston not advancing, and the count's 2-1. Red Sox a winner at Baltimore, 4-1. At Texas, the Rangers gave the Tigers their first loss, 5-3. And in Kansas City, the White Sox beat the Royals 3-1. Now the 2-1 pitch to Carter. Breaking ball low. Carter started after it, but held up in time, and the count's 3-1. In the National League, it's just gone final in Milwaukee. The Brewers suffered their first loss, falling to Arizona 7-0. After 8 in Houston, the Astros lead Washington 7-3. Buchek the glance towards second, and the 3-1 pitch home. Fastball high, he walked him, and so Chris painting himself into a corner here. Again, the error opening the door. Runners now at first and second base. Nobody out for Brian Barden, who was called out on strikes his first time up. In the 5th at San Diego, the Rockies lead the Padres 4-3. After 4.5 at San Francisco, the Giants lead the Braves 4-1. After 2 at Philadelphia in the second game of that doubleheader, the Phillies and the Dodgers are tied 1-1. Phillies won the first game 6-3 on a 3-run home run in the bottom of the 9th by Bobby Abreu. So 2 on, nobody out on the first pitch to Barden. Swung on, grounded toward short. Ibar's got it, goes to third and gets the force out on the lead runner, Hairston. Nicely done by Ibar. Good job by Paskovich getting back to take the throw. And so there's 1 out here in the 3rd with runners at first and second base. 6-5 on the put out. Carter at second, Barden at first for Matt Erickson. Grounded out to the first baseman, McPherson, his initial time up. Again tonight, ESPN's Sunday Night Baseball, the Cubs and the Cardinals from Wrigley Field. Chicago going for the sweep in that one. Runners at first and second, 1 out the pitch. Erickson lines one into left center field, a base hit. Rounding third and heading home is Carter. He will score. Stopping at second base is Brian Barden. It's an RBI single for Matt Erickson. And now it's a 5-3 ball game in favor of the Bees. That run is unearned. But it's on the board, and now here's Donnie Sadler, who grounded out to short, his first time up. The Mets win again, getting a run in the bottom of the 9th to beat the Marlins 3-2. And Pittsburgh tops Cincinnati 5-3. It's a 5-3 game here, with runners at first and second base, 1 out. Buchek ready, the pitch. Fastball inside, leads 1 ball, no strikes, as that one forces Sadler back out of the way. Infield, double play depth behind Buchek as the 1-0 comes to the plate. Breaking ball into the dirt, blocked by the catcher Napoli, and the count's 2-0. Bit of a struggle out there for Chris. And he's walked 3 batters in this game in 2 1/3. And he's behind in the count here, 2-0. Buchek's pitch. Fastball high, ball 3. 3-0 the count, and a wide one here would load the bases. And he had outstanding control for the Angels in spring training. 3-0 pitch, low, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. 4th walk issued by Chris in this game, and now here's Juan Brito, who singled to center and scored in the 2nd inning, and that's going to bring a visit to the mound from B's pitching coach Charlie Nagy. Nagy, in his first year as a pitching coach, he'd been a special assistant for the Indians the last couple of years, of course, an outstanding pitcher for Cleveland in the 1990s. Had 3 different years in which he won 17 games. He was named to 3 American League All-Star teams. And in 2001, named one of the top 100 greatest Indians of all time. He was actually the starting pitcher for the American League in the All-Star game in Philadelphia. He was 4th in the Cy Young Award voting that year with a career best 17-5 record. So he's back in the dugout. Barden at third. Erickson at second. He's the tying run. Sadler at first, the go-ahead run for Juan Brito. Singled, as he mentioned, his first time at that. The pitch on the way is ripped down the left field line, but foul for strike 1. Just got the barrel of the bat out there a hair too soon. So the count 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Now Buchek ready. Glances towards third, the 0-1. Breaking ball low, and that evens the count at 1-1 to Juan Brito. Brito, a lifetime .220 hitter against Salt Lake. 11 for 50. The 1-1. Breaking ball to the dirt, blocked by Napoli. It rolls up the first base side, but not far enough away for Barden to try to score from third base. Two balls, 1 strike, no place to put Brito. The bases are loaded with 1 out. 5-3 Bees. Sidewinders with a run in each of the first 3 innings. Buchek ready, and the 2-1 to Brito. Low and outside, ball 3. A wide one forces in a run. 3 balls, 1 strike. Marlon Williams, the center fielder, is due next. Buchek ready. The 3-1 to Brito. Swung on and lifted down the right field line. Twisting foul, and that's going to be back into the seats out of play. So now the count on Brito is full at 3-2. Bases loaded, 1 out, bottom of the third, 5-3 in favor of the Bees. Salt Lake going for the series sweep. Tucson trying to salvage the final game of this 4-game set. Game 2 teams start a 4-game series in Salt Lake on April 18th. A 3-2 payoff pitch to Brito. Fouled off, first base side. McPherson on the run, and he won't get to it, as it didn't have quite enough altitude for him to track it down. It was too far away from the right fielder Murphy. Well, that's a pair of 3-2 pitches now that Brito is fouled off. And that breeze may have helped blow that one foul. There is activity now in the Bees bullpen. A right-hander is up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, the payoff pitch to Brito. Ripped to third, caught on the line by Paskovich, throw to second base. Out, they double off the runner. A rocket off the bat of Brito. Paskovich down on one knee to get it, and then lobbed the throw to second to double off the base runner, Matt Erickson. So 1 run out of all that, 1 hit, 1 error. The run was unearned, and 2 runners were left on base. After 3 complete, it's now the Bees 5, Tucson 3 on ESPN 1230.
Ken Garff Chase Keys to Success is driving forward. The biggest student incentive program in the state is giving 53 cars to 53 high school students for academic excellence, so you can earn as you learn. It all starts with high school students earning a key card. Not only will your card get you a chance at a free car, but you'll also get your choice of over 50,000 prizes, including tickets to the Olympic Oval. Log on to KenGarffKeys.com for more detail. It's Keys to Success from Ken Garff Chase, KUTV2, Deseret Morning News, Siegfried and Jensen, and ESPN 1230.
This is Lisa Romney, Mayor Anderson's environmental advisor. Salt Lake City is launching a new program called E2 Citizens. An E2 citizen is a person working to protect the environmental and economic health of their community. The 2 E's mean E2. Plan on joining Mayor Anderson on Tuesday, April 25th at 5:30 p.m. at the main library for the E2 Citizen Launch Party. Find out more and register online at slcgreens.com.
Listen up, Wasatch Front. The new Lakeview and Provo Orem directories by PDC are coming to a doorstep near you. The Phone Directories Company is proud to bring you the latest edition of these high-quality directories. You know, they're loaded with useful features, and now the new audio information section. Yeah, we even talk back. Just look for PD the Parrot on the front cover. He'll connect you with an endless amount of information. PDC Phone Directories Company. For more information, call 1-866-58-GO-PDC.
We go to the top of the 4th inning, 5-3 in favor of the Bees. Boy, I tell you what, that ball was absolutely scalded by Juan Brito, but right at Adam Paskovich, who turns it into a double play, a close bang-bang play at second. But Salt Lake gets the call, and so it's a 5-3 Bees lead. It'll be Brian Speck to lead things off. He walked and scored in the 2nd inning. Adam Paskovich and Reggie Willits to follow. First pitch on the way, off speed and over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Been feast or famine so far for Dustin Nippert as the 0-1 comes home. Breaking ball low, 1-1. Worked a 3-up, 3-down first, gave up 5 runs in the second, worked a 3-up, 3-down third inning. The 1-1. Speck shows bunt and takes a breaking ball low, ball 2. 2-1 the count on Speck, the switch hitter batting for the left side against the big 6'8" right-hander, Dustin Nippert. The line of the 2-1. Fastball popped up. Shallow left field. Sadler, the left fielder, coming in. Tamped under it. Now backpedals a couple of steps and makes the catch for out number 1. So Speck retired. That'll bring up Adam Paskovich, who drove in the tying run in the 2nd inning with a sacrifice fly. Time now for a look at this day in Salt Lake PCL history, brought to you by Med1 Medical, the exclusive provider of Sleep Smart Gold. Med1 Medical, the sleep professionals. Well, it was on this date in 1994 the brand new Salt Lake franchise plays its first ever games in Vancouver. The pitch on the way, swung on and fouled. Out of play, first base side, strike 1. After the first 2 games were rained out in Vancouver, they finally played on April the 9th. The Buzz and the Canadians split the doubleheader. Vancouver took the opener 2-1, and then Salt Lake gets its first victory in the nightcap 10-3. Starting pitcher Oscar Munoz earns the win for the Buzz. Pitch on the way, a curveball in for a strike, and now Paskovich is in the hole, 0-2. Outfielder Juan De La Rosa leads the offense that day with 3 hits and 3 runs batted in. The 0-2. Bringing a tap up the third base side. Barden charging, gloving. Pounds his glove and throws to first for the out. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Reggie Willits, who walked and scored in the second. The big lumbering first baseman, Steve Dunn, homered in that game as well. Steve never did make it past the AAA level, but then manager Scott Ulger had a interesting nickname for Steve. His nickname, which he never told him to his face, I guess, was Cigar Store Indian, because the manager Scott Ulger thought he had just about as much range at first base. As Willits takes a fastball high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Now the pitch on the way. Willits takes off speed and over for a strike, 1-1. Don't forget to stop in for a free CPAP pressure check and free tubing. Med1 Medical, 10712 South 13th East in Sandy. Bringing you this date in Salt Lake TCL history. Willits tries to bunt his way on, but pops it foul over the screen back onto the concourse. That opening game in April of 1994, on this date, April the 9th, Jeff Carter, J.T. Brewer, Dan Masteller, Bernardo Brito, Scott Stahoviak, Juan De La Rosa, Steve Dunn, Denny Hocking, Mike Durant, and star relief pitcher for the Mariners, Eddie Guardado, started for the Buzz that game. 1-2 pitch, a fastball high, 2-2. Both Brewitt and Stahoviak worked for the University of Illinois Chicago. Brewitt is the compliance officer for the athletic department, while Stahoviak is the hitting coach. He replaced Brewitt when he was promoted into the athletic organization there. The 2-2 pitch, curveball, strike 3 called. Throws Willits at the plate. He's not particularly enthralled with the call, as Niffert's now retired 7 in a row. 1-2-3, nothing across, and after 3 1/2 innings of play, it's the Bees 5 and Tucson 3 on ESPN 1230.
After running around your house trying to sleep on every piece of your furniture each day, your dog could use a massage, and you could use something to drink. You get a night out at the dog-friendly Save a Stray Soiree at the Hotel Monaco on April 22nd. It's a charity event from No More Homeless Pets in Utah, a coalition of animal rescue groups and shelters throughout the state. Your dog gets a chance to share thoughts with a pet psychic and a massage, while you can eat, mingle, and drink with other pet-loving folks. Hey, we'll even rent you a dog for the evening, hoping you'll adopt it. Bid on an African photo safari, or bid to have Peter Max paint a portrait of you and your pet. Buy tickets at utahpets.org or call 364-0370. From No More Homeless Pets in Utah, a coalition of animal rescue groups and shelters throughout the state.
Safe Light Auto Glass brings you Jazz Talk Monday through Friday on 1320 KFAN. Only Safe Light Auto Glass technicians are Safe Tech certified, and maybe that's why more people trust Safe Light to fix their auto glass damage than any other company. Visit SafeLight.com or call 1-800-800-ASAP for 24/7 instant scheduling, and catch Utah's #1 sports show on 1320 KFAN Monday through Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. It's Jazz Talk, brought to you by Safe Light Auto Glass.
We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and a pitching change for Salt Lake. Right-hander Matt Wilhite comes on to pitch for the second time in this series. He worked 1 scoreless inning, giving up 1 hit with 1 strikeout and 1 walk. That came on opening night here on Thursday, so a rough outing for Chris Buchek as he struggled with his control. In 3 innings, he gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. He walked 4 and struck out 1. So Matt Wilhite on to face Marlon Williams, Alberto Callaspo, and Stephen Drew. Wilhite last year at AA Arkansas, 56 appearances, 1-2 record with a 4.07 earned run average and 2 saves. So Wilhite Side-arming right-hander delivers. It's bunted and fouled off to the right of home plate. Strike one. It actually hopped into the air a bit. Napoli didn't find it. It hit in fair territory, but it had enough English on it to where it curled back over the foul line. So one strike the count on Williams. So Chris Butchek unable to go the necessary 5 to be credited with a win here today if the Bees hold on. Sidearm breaking ball, low and outside. Evens the count at 1-1. One ball, one strike. The pitch. Sidearm breaking ball, waved at and missed as Williams was way out in front of it. So the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's leading 5-3 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Will Height's pitch, fastball, fouled off the glove of the catcher Napoli, 1-2. All 5 Bees runs unearned. One of the Tucson runs is unearned. They've scored 3. It's a 5-3 ball game here in the bottom of the 4th. Now Will Height's pitch, curveball low and outside to the right-hand batter, 2-2. Marlon Williams to be followed by Alberto Callaspo and Stephen Drew. Outfield shaded towards right for Williams. Now Will Height the 2-2. Breaking ball low and outside, ball 3. Boy, you don't want to get this guy on. Quick as a cat and very successful on the base paths when it comes to the stolen base in his career. Will Height ready, the 3-2 payoff pitch. Fastball inside, he walked him. So Will Height walks the first batter he faces, and that'll bring up Alberto Callaspo, singled in a run his last time up. Ken Williams, good speed. He stole 38 bases last year at Double-A Tennessee. He's stolen 195 bases over his first 4 pro seasons and has been caught stealing only 29 times. In 2002, he stole 51 bases in the short season Northwest League, playing in 70 games. He takes off. The pitch is outside. The throw to second base won't be in time, and Marlon Williams has his first Triple-A stolen base. The 196th of his career, and the count on Callaspo 1-0. So first Chris Butchek, and now Matt Wilhite struggling to find the strike zone. 1 ball, no strikes. In at third, Paskovich, the pitch. Long on and ripped towards second, fielded on 1 hop nicely by Kendrick going to his left, and he'll throw to first for the out. Williams advancing to third. A sinking line drive that came up on Kendrick, but Howie to his left gloved it. Was able to spin, get himself into a good throwing position to gun down Callaspo over at first base. So 1 out. That'll bring up Stephen Drew, who's bounced to short and flied to left field. Runner at third, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 5-3 Bees, the pitch. Sidearm curveball, grounded toward short. Kendrick far to his left, flags it down in short right, and throws to first for the out. Nice play by Kendrick, but Williams comes home to score on the play. And now it's a 1-run game at 5-4. Drew drives in his 4th run of the series. So the Sidewinders putting up a picket fence on the scoreboard. 1 run in each of the first 4 innings. And they do it without the benefit of a base hit, a walk, a stolen base, and 2 consecutive groundouts. Here's Scott Hairston, who walked and scored in the first and reached on an error by McPherson, who was unable to handle a throw from Adam Paskovich that led to the unearned run in the 3rd inning. Pitch on the way. Sidearm curveball misses outside. Ball 1. One ball, no strikes as Mike Napoli goes out to have a word with Matt Wilhite. Wilhite, 6'1", 185 out of Franklin, Kentucky. Played collegiately at Western Kentucky University. Now the 1-0. Check swing. He went around, says the home plate umpire. The count's even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 5 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Bees. 4 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error for the Sidewinders. The 1-1 to Hairston. Fastball sinks low for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Again, the Bees' home opener coming up on Friday, 6:30 against the Portland Beavers, the AAA affiliate of the San Diego Padres. First 5,000 fans get a Bees magnetic schedule. 2-1 pitch, way down and missed, out in front of a changeup, and the count's 2-2. And there'll be a big fireworks show after the game, so make plans to be there for opening night on Friday, as the Bees take on the Portland Beavers as Classic Baseball returns to Franklin Covey Field. The 2-2. Curveball is pulled into left field. A base hit as that one hung up a little bit. Hairston taking the turn at first, but holds as Brian Speck gets to that ball in a hurry and fires it back in towards the infield. So hit number 5 in the ball game for Tucson, and that'll bring up Chris Carter. Carter doubled in a run in the first, walked and scored in the third. So a runner at first base, 2 out, 1 in for the Sidewinders here. Now Will Height, the quick toss to first, and Hairston is back. The run batted in for Carter in the first inning, his first of the year, after leading the entire Diamondbacks organization last year with 115 runs batted in, 85 of them over a 103-game stretch at Class A Lancaster, and then 30 RBI in 36 games at Double-A Tennessee. First pitch on the way to Carter is in at the knees, a strike, and it's 0-1. Nothing in 1 the count, and that gentle breeze still blowing out towards right. Will Height ready in the 0-1. Swinging a cue shot foul off the end of his bat over towards the third base side into the Tucson dugout, and the count's 0-2. The no balls, 2 strikes. He's scoring all 5 of their runs in the second. Tucson 1 each in the first, second, third, and fourth. Throw to first base, and Hairston's back in, standing up. Will Height ready in the 0-2. Carter swings, and it's a high, towering fly ball to right field. Murphy, shading his eyes with his glove, is there, and he'll put it away for the third out of the inning. So 1 more run across for Tucson, 1 hit, and 1 runner left on base. After 4 complete innings of play, it's now the Bees 5 and the Sidewinders 4 on ESPN 1230.
Hi, I'm Action Man.
Oh, I know who you are. Are you here to update my green sticker?
Why, yes, my strange fellow. Show Action Man to your furnace.
Well, here's my furnace. What do you think?
You definitely need a green sticker. We can do that for only $59. But let me ask you, how is your air conditioner?
Well, it's not working so well, and I like to have it cold in the summer.
I just happen to have a few air conditioners that I'm almost giving away.
Oh, that sounds great, Action Man.
Okay, you are starting to creep out, Action Man.
Listen up, Salt Lake. The federal government is regulating the air conditioning industry this year, and prices will increase $1,000 or more on 2006 air conditioners. Action has a limited number of new 2005 air conditioners and is selling them for only $16.95. This will be your last chance to get a new air conditioner at such a low price. First come, first served for the fully installed new 2005 air conditioners for only $16.95. Take action. Call Action Plumbing, Heating, and Air at 363-5575. That's 363-5575.
The Army National
National Guard.
My name is Cheryl Hatcher. I joined the National Guard because of September 11th. I wanted to make a difference in the world. The Guard is a huge help to the community. It's amazing the support that we give to the community and that the community gives to us. If you were someone coming to me saying, I want to join the Guard, I would absolutely say that it's really one of the best decisions. We're going to give you your education. There's no way of saying, I can't afford it. Hear the story about how the Guard changed my life at 1-800-GO-GUARD.com.
Sponsored by the Utah National Guard. Aired by the Utah Broadcasters Association and this station.
We go to the fifth inning. It's now a one-run game in favor of the Bees as the Sidewinders keep chipping away. It's a 5-4 score. The Bees, though, at the top of the order, due up here in the fifth. Dustin Nippert on the mound for Tucson, retired 7 in a row. Here's Eric Ibar, 1 for 2. A 2-run single his last time up. Shows bunt and fouls it back into the screen for strike one. Our fifth inning, middle of the game reset of the Tucson defensive alignment. Donnie Sadler in left, Marlon Williams in center, Matt Erickson in right, Ryan Barden at third, Stephen Drew at short, Alberto Callaspo at second, and Chris Carter at first. Dustin Nippert pitching, Juan Brito catching as Ibar reaches out on a pitch in the dirt and grounds it foul. In fact, that ball actually hit the dirt first before it hit Ibar's bat. So now Eric is in the hole, 0-2. So the big 6'8" right-hander ready to pitch. Changeup misses high, and the count's 1-2. Dustin Nippert. Again, making his AAA debut, although he does have 3 starts at the major league level. Led the Southern League last year with 3 complete games and 2 shutouts. The 1-2. Ibar takes a breaking ball low, and that evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now Nippert's pitch. Fastball way down and missed. He struck him out, and that retires Ibar. That is strikeout number 4 for Dustin Nippert. 1 away, and that'll bring up Howie Kendrick. He capped off that 5-run second inning with a 2-run single. 8 in a row, retired now by Nippert. Nippert, a product of the University of West Virginia. Fastball down the middle of the strike. I better correct myself, or Hot Rod will get on my case. It's West Virginia University. Now the 1-strike pitch. Curveball drops in a strike on the inner half of the plate, just under the letters, and quickly Kendrick is in the hole, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, fastball high, 1-2. Nippert working a little quicker than he was earlier. The kick and the 1-2. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball in the dirt. Drop third strike. Brito out to apply the tag, and it's 2 up, 2 down. 3 consecutive strikeouts in the game now for Nippert, and that gives him 5 overall. So 2 out. That'll bring up Dallas McPherson. He's been up twice, and he has struck out twice. As the strikeout problems continue, as he's now fanned 8 times in 14 official at-bats. So 2 out, nobody on base, and Nippert's pitch. McPherson swings and taps one foul at home plate, a strike, 0-1. McPherson now with just 2 hits and 14 at-bats. Both of his hits, though, were doubles. Oh, and 1 the count. The pitch on the way. McPherson swings and he misses, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Now Nippert's pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball, and he strikes out the side in order in the 5th. 1, 2, 3, nothing across. We're halfway through the scheduled 9-rounder with a score. The Bees 5 and Tucson 4 on ESPN 1230.
How would you like to get paid $1,000 simply for losing ugly fat? DJ Diet here at K-Slim Radio. I've been authorized to pay my listeners $1,000 each as part of a real-life weight loss study now underway coast to coast. How many more attempts at losing weight are you going to endure before you understand the fact that all diets are impossible to stick to? That's why this study is testing a very unusual dieting concept. Diet only 15 days of the month. This unique diet concept, called one-day diet, allows you to go off the diet 15 days out of 30. All participants who get paid $1,000 will be documented proof that revolutionary one-day diet outperforms every other diet when used by real people in real life. Go to www.dietstudy.com to enroll. One-day diet is for those who have fallen into dieter's despair and are looking for a real solution. To join the largest ever real-life weight loss study and get paid $1,000, simply go to dietstudy.com. That's dietstudy.com.
You want to win Jazz tickets? You want to go for free? Then come see me, Ian Fitzsimmons, for every Jazz home game at Lumpy's downtown from 3 to 6 p.m. for Jazz Talk. And now, Lumpy's is now offering the ultimate Jazz Bud Light fan pack. It's your turn to be treated like a VIP. You'll get 4 Lower Bowl tickets, food, drink, in the sports club, and free parking. There'll be 1 Bud Light VIP fan pack awarded per month. The more times you come to Lumpy's downtown during my Jazz Talk broadcast, the better are your odds of winning. Lumpy's downtown, a private club for members where it's always a party at 145 West Pierpont Avenue. Come see me. You're going to see the Jets.
We travel now to the bottom of the 5th inning. 5-4 the score in favor of the Bees. It'll be Brian Barden, Matt Erickson, and Donnie Sadler due up to face right-hander Matt Wilhite in his 2nd inning of relief. In place of Chris Buchek, our 5th inning, middle of the game reset of the Bees defensive alignment. Brian Specton left, Reggie Willits in center, Tommy Murphy's in right. Adam Paskovich at third, Eric Ibar at short, Howie Kendrick at second, Dallas McPherson at first, the battery, Matt Wilhite pitching, and Mike Napoli catching. As a sidearm fastball strike, slicing the outside corner at the belt, 0-1. The count on Brian Barden, 0 for 2, reached the fielder's choice his last time up. The 0-1 pitch, cut at and missed. Another sidearm fastball, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 5-4 Bees here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 0-2, off speed, waved at and missed. He struck him out. Pulled the string on that one, and it's tough enough for a right-handed batter against that sidearm delivery of Wilhite, but Barden was really fooled on that one. First strikeout for Wilhite. Strikeout number 2 for Bees pitching in the ball game. 1 out. Here's Matt Erickson, who's 1 for 2. Drove in a run with a base hit to center field his last time up. Just a reminder, if a Bees player hits for the cycle at home this season during a regulation 9-inning game, you could win $10,000 in the SMC Capital Management Hit for the Cycle contest. As Wilhite pours in a strike, 0-1. The player gets a single, double, triple, and home run. You win $10,000 courtesy of Gary Gigi of SMC Capital Management. 0-1 pitch is fastball foul back into the screen, and it's 0-2. You can register to win at the Franklin Covey Field Customer Service booth. And don't forget to check out www.retirementsource.net for more information on SMC Capital Management, Architects of Wealth. The 0-2, fastball high, 1-2 the count on Erickson, who has 4 games of Major League experience, all with Milwaukee in 2004. The 1-2 pitch, off speed, little flare out towards short. Eric Ibar back a couple of steps to the outfield grass, puts it away for out number 2. The 2 up, 2 down here in the Tucson 5th. That'll bring up Donnie Sadler. Rounded to short in the 2nd, walked in the 3rd. We mentioned he's in his 12th year. Over 417 games played in the major leagues for Sadler. Only 1 year, though, in which he spent the entire season in the majors. Here's a bunt on the sidearm curveball up the third base side, but it's foul, and it's 0-1 now on Sadler. 2001. He was in the major leagues for the entire season with Cincinnati and Kansas City. One strike on the right-hand batter. Paskovich in on the edge of the grass at third, the 0-1. Right arm changeup, strike 2 called on the inside corner at the belt. So now Wilhite ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. The right-hander deals. Curveball misses outside at the knees, ball 1. 1-2 the count. 5-4 Bees here in the bottom of the 5th. The 1-2. Fastball started after it, but held up as it missed down and in. And the count is even on Sadler at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the Bees scoring all 5 of their runs in the second inning, and all 5 are unearned. Sidewinders with 1 each in it of the first 4 innings. The 2-2. Swinging a tap foul behind home plate as Sadler out in front of the changeup. Just got a piece of it to stay alive. So the count remains 2-2 on Sadler. He was originally an 11th round pick of the Red Sox in '94. The 2-2. Long on and popped up. Shallow right center. Could be trouble. Kendrick racing out and makes a fine over-the-shoulder grab with his back to the infield to retire the side. He went a long way to go get it, but a fine play by Howie Kendrick, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Tucson here in the 5th. After 5 complete, it remains Bees 5 at Tucson 4 on ESPN 1230.
Bikini Cuts here again, and you know, we have to admit that some of you protesters have been, well, right. We've received complaints about how men will be changed by coming into Bikini Cuts. Well, it's starting to happen. In fact, earlier today, 2 tough construction guy types were seen relaxing in our West Jordan location, getting pedicures and talking about the advantages of eyebrow waxing. And at our Sandy location, a business-driven lawyer took time to have his roots colored while receiving a hand massage. So protesters, take satisfaction in knowing that you were correct. We are changing now. Well, not into the sex-crazed potential rapists that you spoke of. No, we are opening their minds to the advantages of pampering. We're letting men know that it's okay to take some me time, to let loose their full man beauty potential, to feel all right about having a nice pedicure under those work boots. Bikini Cuts, making Utah easier to look at, one man makeover at a time.
Bikini Cuts on 103rd South and 13th East in Sandy, or on the corner of 7800 South and Redwood Road in West Jordan, or online at BikiniCuts.com. It's always hot at Bikini Cuts.
Safe Light Auto Glass brings you Jazz Talk Monday through Friday on 1320 KFAN. Only Safe Light Auto Glass technicians are Safe Tech certified, and maybe that's why more people trust Safe Light to fix their auto glass damage than any other company. Visit SafeLight.com or call 1-800-800-ASAP for 24/7 instant scheduling and catch Utah's #1 sports show on 1320 KFAN Monday through Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. It's Jazz Talk, brought to you by Safe Light Auto Glass.
ESPN Radio, AM 1230.
We head to the 6th inning here in Tucson. Steve Klauke with you on a Sunday afternoon, a warm Sunday afternoon here in Tucson, around 85 degrees. He's leading 5-4. It'll be Mike Napoli, Kendry Morales, and Tommy Murphy to try to solve the right-handed slants of Dustin Nippert, who's retired 10 batters in a row, 5 of them via strikeout. Here's Mike Napoli first. He bounced to short and flied to right field. It's also time for our 6th inning update of the Avra scoreboard. First pitch to Napoli is a fastball that sails high, ball 1. At Des Moines, Iowa defeated Albuquerque 7-1. The I-Cubs take 3 out of 4 from the Isotopes. The 1-0. Swing at a fastball and a foul straight back into the screen, 1-1. Nashville rips Omaha by a score of 11-5 as the Sound salvage the final game of that series. New Orleans 2 in the 8th to beat Round Rock 2-0. 1-1 pitch, curveball low, 2-1 the count. Zephyrs take 3 out of 4 from the Express. At Las Vegas, the 51's trying for a sweep, leading Fresno 12-4. Swing and a miss at a 5 fastball, 2-2. That game in the bottom of the 8th. 2 home runs for Eric Ibar's brother Willie. Oklahoma winner over Memphis 7-6. The Red Hawks sweep the 4-game series. Now the 2-2. Napoli takes upstairs for ball 3. Tacoma 6, Colorado Springs 0. That game in the top of the 5th, the first of a doubleheader at Cheney Stadium. The 3-2 payoff pitch to Napoli. Fastball foul, backing out of play. We'll do it again. At PGE Park in Portland, Sacramento leading the Beavers 2-1. Portland batting in the bottom of the 3rd. Time called is Nippert having trouble with his belt buckle. All of a sudden, he's unfastening his belt. Didn't quite drop trowel like Steve Lyons did, but it was close. Tucked his shirt back in. Now the 3-2. Fastball hit in the air to left field. Donnie Sadler going back. Now slows down, shy of the track, backpedals a step, and he makes the catch for out number 1. So Napoli flies deep to left. Sadler with the catch, one away. That'll bring up Kendry Morales. Morales singled to right and scored in the second inning. He popped to short in the third. In the American League, the Bees' parent club, the Angels, struggling today. The Yankees trying to salvage the final game of the series. New York leading 10-1. Halo is about to bat in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch to Morales, swinging a tap foul at the third base side, strike 1. Alex Rodriguez with a home run for the Yankees. Jorge Posada's gone deep twice. Bottom of the 8th at Seattle. The Mariners trailing Oakland 6-0. The Seattle with a series high 3 hits against the A's. Morales swings and misses at a curveball down and in, and the count's 1-2. It's apparent early on here that Morales doesn't like to walk. No balls, 2 strikes the pitch. Curveball low and outside to the left-hand batter. 1-2 the count. Finals, Cleveland edged Minnesota today, 3-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. Morales swings and lifts that one in the air towards left. Sadler drifting back, draws a bead on it, reaches up and about 10 feet shy of the track, makes the catch for out number 2. 12 in a row retired by Dustin Nippert. That'll bring up Tommy Murphy, who reached on an error and scored in the second and bounced out to short in the third. Tampa Bay topped Toronto 5-2. Boston beat Baltimore 4-1 as again Nippert has to unbuckle his pants, retuck in his shirt. Texas hands the Tigers their first loss 5-3. Pitch on the way, a fastball in at the knees, a strike to Murphy, and it's 0-1. White Sox beat Kansas City 3-1. Jim Tomei with his third home run of the year for Chicago. Pitch on the way, low for a ball, 1-1. Reggie Sanders homer in the ninth off Bobby Jenks, spoiling the shutout. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nippert's pitch. Curveball in at the knees, a strike, and it's 1-2. In the National League, they're in the 7th at San Diego. The Rockies pounding the Padres 10-3. Now Nippert ready, the 1-2. Fastball, strike 3 called on the inside corner at the knees, and that retires the side. 13 in a row now set down by Dustin Nippert as we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still the Bees 5 and Tucson 4 on ESPN 1230.
You want to win Jazz tickets? You want to go for free? Then come see me, Ian Fitzsimmons, for every Jazz home game at Lumpy's downtown from 3 to 6 p.m. for Jazz Talk. And now, Lumpy's is now offering the ultimate Jazz Bud Light fan pack. It's your turn to be treated like a VIP. You'll get 4 lower bowl tickets, food, drink, in the sports club, and free parking. There'll be 1 Bud Light VIP fan pack awarded per month. The more times you come to Lumpy's downtown during my Jazz Talk broadcast, the better are your odds of winning. Lumpy's downtown, a private club for members where it's always a party at 145 West Pierpont Avenue. Come see me. You're going to see the Jazz.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katie Rodan. Dr. Kathy Fields and I created Proactive Solution because acne is the #1 problem we see in our practices. As dermatologists, we treat acne as a physical condition, but what really affected us was seeing the emotional toll acne takes. So maybe you're the one with the breakouts. You shy away from social situations, you avoid being photographed, or you won't leave the house without makeup. So what's preventing you from trying Proactive? My guess is that you're afraid. You're afraid that it just won't work, afraid to get your hopes up, only to be disappointed. This time you don't have to worry. We are so confident that Proactive will work for you that I'm offering you a 60-day risk-free trial of Proactive Solution.
To get your risk-free 60-day trial of Proactive Solution, just call 1-800-508-0422 and you'll become a believer. Just call 1-800-508-0422. 1-800-508-0422. Call now.
Down to the bottom of the 6th inning, and left-hander Jonathan Rauenhorst comes on to pitch for the Bees. For Jonathan, his second appearance, worked 1 inning on opening night, gave up 3 hits, no runs. Was the beneficiary of a fine relay that led to Scott Hairston being thrown out at third base, trying to stretch a double into a triple. I said opening night, that was actually on Friday. So Rowan Horst making his second appearance. Matt Wilhite went 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned. He walked 1 and struck out 1. Juan Brito will be the first batter that Rowan Horst faced. The plate kick and the pitch. Brito bunts and fouls it off of Mike Napoli, who's down on all fours right now. That one hurt. He seems to be none the worse for wear, and the count's 0-1. Finishing up that Abra scoreboard, they're in the bottom of the 7th at San Francisco. Braves lead the Giants 5-4. First of 2 at Philly. Bobby Abreu's 3-run home run in the bottom of the 9th gave the Phillies a 6-3 win over the Dodgers. In the nightcap, the Dodgers lead 2-1 after 5.5. Cubs and Cardinals later on in Chicago. Other finals, the Mets get a run in the 9th to beat the Marlins 3-2. Pittsburgh topped Cincinnati 5-3. It was Houston over Washington 7-3. And Arizona blanked Milwaukee 7-0. Here it's the Bees 5, Tucson 4. Bottom of the 6th inning, Juan Brito leading things up. 1 strike the count of the right-hand batter. The pitch from Rowan Horst. Change up high and outside, 1-1. It was Brito at the plate with the bases loaded and 1 on the 3rd, who hit a screaming line drive right at Adam Paskovich, who turned it into a double play, doubling off the runner at second base. The 1-1 pitch swung on and fouled. First base side and out of play. 1-2 the count on Brito. Will be followed by Marlon Williams and then Alberto Callaspo. Outfield straight away. One of those dogs who are here and parked in the park day, voicing their displeasure over something. Here's a swing and a ground ball towards first. McPherson takes it and brings it 5 steps to the bag for out number 1. So Brito retired, 1 away. That'll bring up Marlon Williams, who has been up twice, and he has walked twice. His speed leading to a run in the 4th. He walked, stole second, and then scored on consecutive groundouts to second base. So 1 down here in the 6th. Rowan Horst with that funky leg kick. The pitch. Curveball low, ball 1. I like to describe it as reminding me of a pendulum and a grandfather clock, the way it rocks back and forth. Now Jonathan the 1-0. Swinging a ground ball at third. Nice stop by Paskovich on his knees. Gets up and throws to first for the out. He was playing in on the Speedy Williams, and that ball got to him in a hurry, but down on his knees was able to smother it and then get up and throw a strike to first. So it's 2 up, 2 down here in the Sidewinders 6th. So 2 outs to the top of the order, and Alberto Callaspo will now turn around and bat right-handed against the lefty Rowan Horst. Callaspo 1 for 3 with an RBI single in the 2nd inning. First pitch to Callaspo is hit in the air to center field. Willett going back now, stops, waits, and makes the catch to retire the side. So Jonathan Rowan Horst works a 1-2-3 6th inning. We'll head to the 7th. It remains the Bees 5 and Tucson 4 on ESPN 1230.
Ken Garff Chase Keys to Success is driving forward. The biggest student incentive program in the state is giving 53 cars to 53 high school students for academic excellence, so you can earn as you learn. It all starts with high school students earning a key card. Not only will your card get you a chance at a free car, but you'll also get your choice of over 50,000 prizes, including tickets to the Olympic Park. Log on to KenGarffKeys.com for more detail. It's Keys to Success from Ken Garff Chase, KUTV2, Deseret Morning News, Siegfried and Jensen, and ESPN 1230.
Listen up, Wasatch Front. The new Lakeview and Provo Orem directories by PDC are coming to a doorstep near you. The Phone Directories Company is proud to bring you the latest edition of these high-quality directories. You know, they're loaded with useful features, and now the new audio information section. Yeah, we even talk back. Just look for PD the Parrot on the front cover. He'll connect you with an endless amount of information. PDC Phone Directories Company. For more information, call 1-866-58 Go,
The Army National Guard.
My name is Cheryl Hatcher. I joined the National Guard because of September 11th. I wanted to make a difference in the world. The Guard is a huge help to the community. It's amazing the support that we give to the community and that the community gives to us. If you were someone coming to me saying, I want to join the Guard, I would absolutely say that it's really one of the best decisions. We're going to give you your education. No, there's no way of saying, I can't afford it. Hear the story about how the Guard changed my life at 1-800-GO-GUARD.com.
Sponsored by the Utah National Guard. Aired by the Utah Broadcasting Association and this station.
All right, we go now to the top of the seventh inning. Bees clinging to a 5-4 lead. Dustin Nippert on the mound for Tucson has retired 13 consecutive Salt Lake batters. He'll face the bottom third of the order here. Brian Specht, Adam Pavkovich, and Reggie Willits. He's leading 5-4, even though they've been out hit in the game, 5-3. First pitch to Specht is high, a fastball, ball one. Brian walked and scored in the second, flied out to left in the fourth. In close at third is Barton for the 1-0. Bunted by Specht and fouled off into the seats behind the third base dugout, and the count's even at 1-1. Time now for the Zions Bank seventh inning game summary for the Bees: 5 runs, 3 hits, 1 error. And for Tucson, 4 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. The Bees have left just 1 runner on base, while the Sidewinders have stranded 6. The 1-1. Specht takes low, ball 2. Bees with 5 runs in the second, all unearned. Tucson 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. 2 balls and a strike the count on Specht. Time called at home plate. The Bees seventh inning game summary brought to you by Zions Bank. At Zions Bank, they haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. 2 balls, 1 strike the count on Specht. The pitch from Nippert. Curve ball low, ball 3. 3-1 the count on Brian. Drove in 3 runs yesterday in the Bees' 7-3 win over the Sidewinders. 3-1 delivery, fastball high, he walked him. That is the 3rd walk of the game issued by Nippert, and that stops his string of retired batters at 13. So a runner at first base. Nobody out for Adam Pavkovich, who drove in a run with a sacrifice fly. He's also bounced to third. Bees could sure use this. Be on the lookout for the Geico Insurance run of the game. First time after the 5th inning, the Bees score a run to add to a lead. Geico Insurance will donate $10 to the Air Force Fund. Cornermen pinching in. Pavkovich shows bunt and takes low, ball 1. Check your yellow pages to call your local Geico office today. So far in this young season, there have been 2 Geico Insurance runs, making the total donation $20. Pavkovich, a good bunter. Last year in Albuquerque on July 29th, his sacrifice bunt was the 39th of the year for the Stingers, a franchise record. Turn of the toss to first, and Specht is back. One ball, no strikes. Barton in on the edge of the grass at third. Carter holding the runner on at first. Now Nippert from the stretch, the pitch. Specht takes off. The pitch is lined into right center field. On the run, Williams makes the catch, and Brian, halfway between second and third, is easily doubled off at first base. A line drive into right center field. Specht was on the move, and by the time that ball was caught, Specht was already around second base and halfway to third, so he was easily doubled off. So just like that, there are 2 outs and nobody on base, and that'll bring up Reggie Willits, who has walked and scored a run. That was in the 2nd inning, and he was called out on strikes in the 4th. So 2 outs, nobody on base. And the pitch to Willits is lifted in the air towards the left field corner. Sadler on the run is there and just shy of the track. Makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits. A walk, but with the double play, nobody left on base. 7th inning stretch time brought to you by America First Credit Union. For any financial needs, come to America First Credit Union, where members come first. After 6.5, it is the Salt Lake Bees 5 and the Tucson Sidewinders 4.
You're paid to drive. and you're good at what you do. One problem, Chief. You're on the road too much. Your kids confuse you with Uncle Eddie, the one that only visits on the holidays. Montana Brand Trucking in Utah can help by making sure you spend 2 or 3 days at home every week so your wife stops confusing you with a dishwasher repairman. Montana Brand Trucking in Utah has sweetened their compensation package and is giving additional bonuses. They pay weekly and have a 401k plan. Your mom will be so proud, and with that extra time at home, you can make it over to her place more often and make sure that bratty kid brother of yours doesn't take your place in your mama's heart. You'll only run to California and Arizona, and with the same truck. No more messing around with different equipment every trip. More time at home, better pay, and never having to see your dog baring his fangs and barking wildly at you like the delivery guy. If you have a good driving record and 2 years experience, call Chris or Mike at 801-532-2573. Call Montana Brand Trucking for more time with your wife, your kids, your mom, and your dog. 801-532-2573.
I am the port in the storm.
I am the line in the sand.
I am the rescuer in the dark.
I am the enforcer of the seas.
I am the defender of the homeland.
In the United States Coast Guard and Coast Guard Reserve, you are the first line of defense against threats to our American way of life. To become one of us, call 1-877-NOW-USCG or visit GoCoastGuard.com.
We are the shield of freedom. We are the United States Coast Guard.
Sponsored by the U.S. Coast Guard in cooperation with the Utah Broadcasters Association and this station.
Time to go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's a 5-4 ball game in favor of the Bees. Jonathan Rowenhorst set to begin his second inning of relief. He'll face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Tucson. Stephen Drew, Scott Hairston, and Chris Carter. 5-4 the score. Again, the 7th inning stretch brought to you by America First Credit Union. Just a reminder that opening day at home for the Bees comes up on Friday against the Portland Beavers. Make plans to be there. The first 5,000 fans entering the ballpark will receive a Bees magnetic schedule, and there'll be a big fireworks show after the game. That's on Friday, April 14th. The Bees take on Portland, 6:30 first pitch at Franklin Covey Field. Tell you what, if the Angels can stay healthy, and this club stays healthy, this will be a fun team for you to watch all season long. They're involved in a tight ball game here this afternoon, 5-4 over the Sidewinders, but the meat of the order coming up now for Tucson. Stephen Drew, 0 for 3, drove in a run with a ground out back in the 4th inning. Jonathan Rowenhorst, the big 6'1" right-hander with a leg kick and pitch. And it's a fastball strike on the outside corner under the belt, strike one. Rowenhorst, signed by the Angels, is a non-drafted free agent in July of 2001 out of Biola College. Split his time last year between AA Arkansas and AAA Salt Lake. The 0-1 on its way. Changeup misses inside of the belt, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The outfield straightaway and deep for Drew. Now the pitch. Swinging a slow roller to the right side. Up with it is Kendrick. Over to Rowenhorst covering at first base in time for the out as you see a little bit the inexperience of McPherson over at first base. Started to go after a ball that he had no chance of getting, and fortunately Rowenhorst doing his job on any ground ball hit to the right side is on his way over to cover first base. So 4-1 put out, rare. But that was recorded there for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Scott Hairston, who has walked, reached on an error, and singled to left field. So 1 out, base is empty. The first pitch to Hairston is a curveball low and inside the right-hand batter. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Now Rowenhorst pitch. Curveball again misses inside. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. Looks like the breeze may have picked up a little bit. Maybe right around 9-10 miles per hour, blowing straight out at the moment. Now Rowenhorst ready in the 2-0. Swinging a high chopper foul up the third base side. Handled cleanly in the coach's box by Lorenzo Bundy, and the count's 2-1. Again, Bundy, normally the hitting coach, but the acting manager is Chip Hale, coaching third for the Diamondbacks with Carlos Carlos Tosca on the mend from a broken bone in his right foot. They expect that Hale could be back with the Sidewinders as soon as the 18th of April when Tucson plays at Salt Lake. There's a slow curve over for a strike, and the count on Hairston is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hairston less than enthralled with the call as he steps out of the batter's box. Two and two the count on the right-hand batter. Now Hairston awaits the 2-2. Breaking ball low and inside as he skips rope to get out of the way. And that fills the count at 3-2. B's bullpen is quiet. There is activity in the Tucson bullpen. Right-hander Brandon Metters here on a rehab assignment from the Diamondbacks. 3-2 payoff pitch is swung on and bounced foul off the roof of the Tucson dugout at third. So we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Chris Carter, the first baseman, is due next. Las Vegas beat Fresno today, 12-4, so they're off to a 4-0 start. The 3-2 payoff pitch, swinging a ground foul off the front foot of Hairston, and it remains 3-2. And the Bees will be in Las Vegas, beginning a 4-game series tomorrow night. 8:05 as Kevin Gregg goes for the Bees against left-hander Eric Stoltz for Las Vegas. Again, the 3-2 pitch to Hairston. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. He struck him out. First punch out for Rowan Horse. Third strikeout for Salt Lake pitching in the ball game. The 2 up, 2 down. Here is Chris Carter, the first baseman. Carter today, an RBI double in the first. He walked and scored in the third and flied out to right field in the 4th inning. So 2 outs, bases empty here in the 7th. He's leading 5-4. Rowan Horse pitched to Carter, a curveball low, ball 1. Outfield shaded towards left for Carter. Now Rowan Horse ready, the kick in the 1-0. Swinging a ground ball past the mound, past second base and through into center field, a base hit. So Carter on board with a 2-out single. His second hit of the game, hit number 6 for Tucson on the afternoon. So now here's Brian Barton, who's 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. He also reached on a fielder's choice. So Carter at first, 2 down. Looking ahead to the top of the 8th, the Bees will have the top of their order due up. First pitch to Barton. Swinging a tap foul at home plate for strike 1. 0-1 the count on Barton, who entered this season with a 3.02 lifetime average through his first 4 years of minor league baseball. No balls, 1 strike the count. Carter, the lead at first. Rowan Horse checks and the pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul in between the coach's box and the bag at third, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. I haven't heard an attendance figure, but not as big as the crowd we saw on Thursday night on opening night, but certainly larger than Friday or Saturday. No balls, 2 strikes. Rowan Horse with a move to first, and Carter is back. No balls, 2 strikes. Now Rowan Horse from the belt, the glance towards first, and the 0-2 home. Fastball grounded past the mound, and that gets through into center field, a base hit. Carter will stop at second base, so back-to-back singles with 2 out here in the 7th. And now the Sidewinders have the tying run in scoring position and the go-ahead run over at first for Matt Erickson. Erickson 1 for 3, singled in a run in the third inning. Neither ball hit particularly hard, but well placed. And now Jerry Gill is going to pinch hit for Erickson, as Lorenzo Bundy looks for the right-handed batter against the lefty Rauenhorst. Gill, so far in this series, hitless in 10 at-bats. So that probably makes him doubly dangerous at this point. So runners at first and second base, 2 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. He's clinging to a 1-run lead with the tying runs in scoring position here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Rauenhorst delivers. Breaking ball inside, ball 1. Again, Chris Buchek went 3 innings. Matt Wilhite 2, and Jonathan Rauenhorst now in his second inning of work. 1 ball, no strikes. Now Rauenhorst, the glance towards second, and the pitch home. Fastball missed inside at the knees, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Rauenhorst in a jam with 2 outs here in the 7th. The 2-0. Line hard and off the glove of Ibar into center field. Carter comes around third to score. The throw to third, and safe at third base is Barden on the throw through. Gill takes second, and we're tied at 5. A hard hit one hopper off the glove of Ibar as he tried to play it side saddle. And now the game is all even at 5, and now the go-ahead runs at third. So Jerry Gill, for the Sidewinders, for at least in his own cause, comes up with an opportune time to pick up his first hit of the season. So we're back to square one, all tied, 5-5, and the inning isn't over yet. Runners at second and third, 2 out. And the batter will be the veteran Donnie Sadler, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. Again, the Bees bullpen at this point is quiet. Donnie Sadler with a chance to put the Sidewinders ahead. Runners at second and third, 2 out. All the damage has come after 2 out and nobody on base. The pitch. Swung on and drilled into right center field, a base hit. In comes Barden around third, and heading for home is Gill. The throw to second base, not in time. It's a 2-run double for Donnie Sadler, and the Sidewinders take a 7-5 lead. 5 of the 7 runs in this game for Tucson have scored after there were 2 out, nobody on base. So now here's Juan Brito, who's 1 for 3. So Gill and Sadler each drive in runs with their first hits of the years. A breaking ball down and in that hits Juan Brito in the foot. So he'll go to first base. So now runners at first and second as 5 straight batters have reached on 4 hits, and now a hit batsman. That'll bring up Marlon Williams, who's 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. 7-5 Tucson as they try to salvage the final game of this series. Rauenhorst ready, the pitch on the way. Williams swings and he fouls it back, strike 1. Rauenhorst now the pitcher of record in this game. Seven to 5 the score. First time in the series Tucson scored over 3 runs. 1 strike on Williams as Rauenhorst delivers. Fastball inside at the knees, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sadler on at second. Brito over at first. Now the 1-1. Check swing on a changeup. It's over for a strike, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A 3-run 7th inning here for the Sidewinders. Now Rowenhorst from the stretch. And the 1-2. Swinging a ground ball foul outside the bag at third, and the count remains even at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, the Bees will have the top of their order due up in the 8th inning. Likely to face Brandon Metters, who has finished his workout in the left field bullpen. One ball, 2 strikes on the speedy Williams as Rowenhorst comes home. Fastball just missed a little high, and that evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rowenhorst stares in, gets his sign from Napoli. Now Rowenhorst ready. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and sliced foul out of play down the right field side. Now looks like lefty's going to wind up with his second green jacket of his career. Phil Mickelson, with 4 holes to go, has a 3-shot lead on the field. Tiger Woods 4 back as he stumbled late on the front 9. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 on, 3 in for Tucson here in the 7th. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball missed high and outside, and that fills the count at 3-2. So with 2 out, Sadler at second, Brito at first will be on the move with the pitch. Three balls, 2 strikes. Rowenhorst from the belt, the payoff pitch. The runners go, swinging a high fly, slicing out of play down the right field side, well back into the seats. So we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. 7-5 Sidewinders here in the 7th. They've scored 3 runs here. All after 2 out and nobody on base. 4 straight hits and now a hit batter. And now the 3-2 pitch to Williams on the way from Rowenhorst. The runners go. Curve ball inside. He walked him and the bases are loaded. And that brings us back to the top of the order, and that's going to be all for Jonathan Rowenhorst, who worked a 1-2-3-6, retired the first 2 batters in the 7th, but ran into trouble as Brian Harper goes to the mound. That's going to be all for Jonathan Rowenhorst. We'll tell you about the new Bees pitcher when we return after this 1-minute timeout for a pitching change on ESPN 1230.
Ken Garff Chase Keys to Success is driving forward. The biggest student incentive program in the state is giving 53 cars to 53 high school students for academic excellence, so you can earn as you learn. It all starts with high school students earning a key card. Not only will your card get you a chance at a free car, but you'll also get your choice of over 50,000 prizes, including tickets to the Olympic Oval. Log on to KenGarffKeys.com for more detail. It's Keys to Success from Ken Garff Chase, KUTV2, Deseret Morning News, Siegfried and Jensen, and ESPN 1230.
This is Lisa Romney, Mayor Anderson's environmental advisor. Salt Lake City is launching a new program called E2 Citizens. An E2 citizen is a person working to protect the environmental and economic health of their community. The 2 E's mean E2. Plan on joining Mayor Anderson on Tuesday, April 25th at 5:30 p.m. at the main library for the E2 Citizen Launch Party. Find out more and register online at slcgreen.com.
Former Sidewinder and Arizona Diamondback Jason Bulger on the pitch now for the Bees here in the 7th inning. He inherits the bases loaded with 2 out, and the Bees trailing by 2 by a score of 7-5. Bulger making his 2nd appearance of the series. Gave up 1 hit but no runs with 1 strikeout in 1 inning of work. And ironically, he comes into this situation facing the man he was traded for, Alberto Callaspo. So, inherent on Bulger here to get the out, to keep it at just a 2-run difference. Callaspo last year has a stinger, 2 for 4 with 5 RBI, batting with the bases loaded. Donnie Sadler, the runner at third, Juan Brito at second, and Marlon Williams is over at first. As the Sidewinders have batted around here in the 7th inning. Callaspo 1 for 4 on the day with a run batted in. Bulger ready in the first pitch. Breaking ball low, ball 1. Can't close the books on Rowan Line as he's responsible for the 3 men on base. Bulger ready, the 1-0. Fastball high and outside, snap to the third, and back safely is Sadler. So now the count on Callaspo, 2-0, no place to put him. Bases loaded, 2 out. 7-5 Tucson. Bees had led since they'd scored 5 in the 2nd until the Sidewinders put up 3 here in the 7th. The 2-0 pitch is a fastball high, ball 3. And a wide one here would force in a run. Three balls, no strikes. Stephen Drew, who opened the inning with a ground out, is on deck. Bulger ready, the 3-0. Fastball down the middle for a strike, and it's 3-1. Callaspo, switch hitter, batting from the left side against the right-hander Bulger. Now the 3-1. Swung on and foul. Back out of play, and that fills the count at 3-2. So bases loaded, 2 out. The runners will automatically be on the move with the pitch. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bulger ready as the merry-go-round begins. Swinging a line shot, slicing foul into the seats down the left field side. And so we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So a full count to Callaspo. Sadler at third, Brito at second, Williams at first. Al Bulger ready, and again the 3-2 payoff pitch. The runners take off. Curveball foul back into the screen. So Callaspo fouls off a second 3-2 delivery. And once again, the runners have to retreat. Jason Bulger, 6'4", 215, out of Snellville, Georgia. Comes set, and the 3-2 pitch. Fastball high and outside, and in comes another run. A bases loaded walk to Callaspo, and now it's an 8-5 ball game. Sadler scores, Brito to third, Williams to second. Callaspo's second run batted in the ball game, and now here's Stephen Drew, who's 0 for 4, drove in a run with a ground out in the 4th inning. That run is charged to Jonathan Rowenhorst. Now Bulger ready in the pitch. Swung on, hit deep, but hooking well, foul down the right field side. Right size, wrong shape for Stephen Drew, and the count's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Drew's already gone deep twice in this series, and now time called, as Napoli wants to make sure that he's on the same page with his pitcher, Jason Bulger. Eight to 5 Tucson, as they've scored 4 runs here in the 7th to take the lead. So Mike now back behind home plate. Napoli into the crouch. Now puts the sign down and the target up for the 0-1 pitch from Bulger. Fastball pinks the outside corner just under the belt for a strike, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And the Bees will have the top of their order due up in the 8th inning. The 2-strike pitch to Drew. Swinging a foul tip hung on to by the catcher Napoli, and that retires the side, but the damage has been done as the Sidewinders send 10 men to the plate. They score 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 3 runners were left on the base paths. As we go to the 8th, it's now Tucson 8 and the Bees 5 here on ESPN 1230.
Listen up, Wasatch Front. The new Lakeview and Provo Orem directories by PDC are coming to a doorstep near you. The Phone Directories Company is proud to bring you the latest edition of these high-quality directories. You know, they're loaded with useful features, and now the new audio information section. Yeah, we even talk back. Just look for PD the Parrot on the front cover. He'll connect you with an endless amount of information. PDC Phone Directories Company. For more information, call 1-866-58-GO-PDC.
After running around your house trying to sleep on every piece of your furniture each day, your dog could use a massage, and you could use something to drink. You get a night out at the dog-friendly Save a Stray soiree at the Hotel Monaco on April 22nd. It's a charity event from No More Homeless Pets in Utah, a coalition of animal rescue groups and shelters throughout the state. Your dog gets a chance to share thoughts with a pet psychic and a massage, while you can eat, mingle, and drink with other pet-loving folks. Hey, we'll even rent you a dog for the evening, hoping you'll adopt it. Bid on an African photo safari, or bid to have Peter Mack paint a portrait of you and your pet. Buy tickets at utahpets.org or call 364-0370. From No More Homeless Pets in Utah, a coalition of animal rescue groups and shelters throughout the state.
All right, we go to the 8th inning, and Brandon Metters on a rehab assignment for the Diamondbacks takes over on the mound for Tucson. Metters here to rehab while recovering from a right shoulder injury. Making his 2nd appearance of the series, he worked a 1-2-3 inning here on Friday. He'll face Eric Ibar, Howie Kendrick, and Dallas McPherson. An outstanding outing for Dustin Nippert. Gave up only 3 hits in 7 innings, 5 runs, but they were all unearned. He struck out 7, walked 3, and threw 1 wild pitch. First pitch on the way. Ibar pops it foul. Jerry Gill stays in the ball game to play center field. Marlon Williams, who had been in center field, now moves to left, and Donnie Sadler, who had been in left, moves to right. There's a changeup outside the ball, and the count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike to Eric Ibar, who's 1 for 3 with a 2-run single. One ball, 1 strike the pitch. Swinging a tap foul at home plate, and the count's 1-2 on Eric Ibar. Now the Bees need to try to come up with their first comeback of the year in the late innings as they now trail by 3 at 8-5. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ibar. The pitch swung on and lifted in the air to right field. Sadler drifting towards the line, reaches up and makes the catch for out number 1. Time now for a look ahead at what's on the road for the Salt Lake Bees, brought to you by Big O Tires, a reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires. Well, from here, the Bees go to Las Vegas for a 4-game series. Las Vegas coming off a 4-game series sweep of Fresno. 8:05 starts, all 4 nights Mountain Time, here on ESPN 1230. First pitch to Howie Kendrick. Drilled right back through the box and into center field, a base hit. So Howie Kendrick has his second hit of the ball game. Hit number 4 for the Bees, their first since Kendrick's 2-run single in the second. That'll bring up Dallas McPherson, who's been up 3 times, and he has struck out 3 times. And the Bees head home from Las Vegas on Friday to open up the home portion of their schedule, 4 with Portland and 4 with these Tucson Sidewinders. First pitch to McPherson. Change-up strike on the outside corner, just under the belt, 0-1. That look ahead at what's on the road for the Bees, brought to you by Big O Tires, a reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires. No balls, 1 strike the count on McPherson. The pitch. Breaking ball, low and inside, and that evens the count at 1-1. They appealed the check swing, but he did not go around, and the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count. Runner at first base, 1 out. These need 1 more batter to reach base to bring the tying run to the plate. Slow curve, misses downstairs for ball 2. 2-1 the count on McPherson. With Mike Napoli due next. Now the wind is really picked up and blowing across from left to right, which is the usual prevailing wind here. Kendrick takes off. The pitch is a strike. The throw to second base bounces in, but the tag is there. And out at second base is Howie Kendrick, who did not get a very good jump at all. Looked like he spun his wheels a little bit before he got going. But it's a caught stealing. 2-6. Good scoop by Drew, and tag taking that toss out of the dirt. So now instead of a runner at first, 1 out, it's 2 out and the base is empty for McPherson with a count of 2-2. The pitch, swing and a miss at a fastball. He struck him out, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. With the caught stealing, nobody left on base as we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's Tucson 8, the Bees 5 on ESPN 1230.
Safe Light Auto Glass brings you Jazz Talk Monday through Friday on 1320 KFAN. Only Safe Light Auto Glass technicians are Safe Tech certified, and maybe that's why more people trust Safe Light to fix their auto glass damage than any other company. Visit SafeLight.com or call 1-800-800-ASAP for 24/7 instant scheduling, and catch Utah's #1 sports show on 1320 KFAN Monday through Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. It's Jazz Talk, brought to you by Safe Light Auto Glass.
Hi, I'm Action Man.
Oh, I know who you are. Are you here to update my green sticker?
Why, yes, my strange fellow. Show Action Man to your furnace.
Well, here's my furnace. What do you think?
You definitely need a green sticker. We can do that for only $59. But let me ask you, how is your air conditioner?
Well, it's not working so well, and I like to have it cold in the summer.
I just happen to have a few air conditioners that I'm almost getting away.
Oh, that sounds great, Action Man.
Okay, you are starting to creep out, Action Man.
Listen up, Salt Lake. The federal government is regulating the air conditioning industry this year, and prices will increase $1,000 or more on 2006 air conditioners. Action has a limited number of new 2005 air conditioners and is selling them for only $16.95. This will be your last chance to get a new air conditioner at such a low price. First come, first served for the fully installed new 2005 air conditioners for only $16.95. Take action. Call Action Plumbing, Heating, and Air at 363-5575. That's 363-5575.
We go now to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's an 8-5 ball game in favor of Tucson. It'll be Scott Hairston, Chris Carter, and Brian Barton, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, to face right-hander Jason Bulger. A 4-run 7th inning, putting the Sidewinders out in front of this one. Scott Hairston 1 for 3 on the day to lead things off. Just a reminder that all kids 14 and under can stop by the Larry H. Miller Chevrolet store located at 5650 South State Street in Murray and enter to win a chance to be the honorary bat kid at a Bees game. Larry H. Miller Chevrolet, after all, you know this guy. So Scott Hairston to face Jason Bulger. First pitch, he swings and he pops it up foul. First base side, well back into the seats. And the count's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. These will have Napoli, Morales, and Murphy due up in the ninth. Balls are ready, the 0-1. Fastball inside, spins Hairston out of the way, and that evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. The Japanese professional baseball season is underway. Former Stinger left-hander Corey Lee 1-1 in his first 2 starts. Swung on, here's a line drive towards left, backpedaling his spec, has to jump up and makes the catch for out number 1 as that ball started to carry on Bryan. But he was able to stay with it and make the play for the first out. That'll bring up Chris Carter as 2 for 3. Another former Stinger, Adam Riggs, 3 for 18 so far this year, a 167 average, but all 3 hits have been for extra bases, 2 doubles and a home run. So 1 out, bases empty, and Carter takes a changeup from Bulger over on the outside corner at the knees for strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike the count. 8-5 Tucson here in the 8th. Now the 0-1. Fastball high, and that evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the Brewers and Tigers each suffered their first losses of the year in the major leagues today. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a tap foul as Carter was out in front of the changeup, and the count's 1-2. Detroit beaten by Texas 5-3, while Milwaukee was shut out by Arizona 7-0. Bulger ready, the 1-2, swinging a ground ball foul over towards the Bees dugout on the first base side, and the count remains 1-2. Eight to 5 Tucson. Now Bulger from the belt, the 1-2. Fastball high. 4,664, the paid attendance here this afternoon in Tucson. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Carter. Now Bulger ready. The pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of an off-speed pitch. He struck him out. Second strikeout for Jason Bulger, and it's 2 up, 2 down here in the Tucson 8. Unfortunately for the Bees, that's not been a good sign, as 6 of the 8 runs have been scored in innings in which there were 2 out and nobody on base to begin the inning. Here's Brian Barden, 1 for 4, singled and scored. In the big 4-run 7th, he swings and misses at a high fastball, strike 1. 2 out, bases empty here in the 8th. Now Bulger from the stretch, the 0-1. Fastball right down the middle, just above the belt, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Now the 0-2 delivery, fastball away, 1-2 the count. Bees last year, as the Stingers, won 11 of the 16 meetings between these 2 teams. Now the 1-2. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. He struck him out, and that retires the side. 1-2-3, nothing across as we go to the 9th. It's Tucson 8, the Bees 5 on ESPN 1230.
You want
want to win Jazz tickets? You want to go for free? Then come see me, Ian Fitzsimmons, for every Jazz home game at Lumpy's downtown from 3 to 6 p.m. for Jazz Talk. And now, Lumpy's is now offering the ultimate Jazz Bud Light fan pack. It's your turn to be treated like a VIP. You'll get 4 lower bowl tickets, food, drink, in the sports club, and free parking. There'll be 1 Bud Light.
KQX Murray, Salt Lake City. This is the FBN Radio AM 1230. Worldwide source on Citadel Broadcasting Station. Murray, Salt Lake.
Everybody's going to play a little bit harder.
This is the FBN Radio AM 1230.
A little bit better.
Worldwide leader in sports on Citadel Broadcasting Station.
All right, we go now to the 9th inning. Right-hander Jeff Bajanaro comes on the pitch for Tucson here in the 9th inning. He has one prior appearance in this series, and that came on Friday night. Pitched a scoreless 9th inning then. Brandon Metters, 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs as he continues his rehab assignment here for Tucson. It'll be Mike Napoli to start things off. He's 0 for 3, fly to left his last time up. Bajanaro, the recipient of a World Series championship ring from the White Sox, as he made 5 appearances for Chicago last year. So here is Mike Napoli. These need 2 runners to get on base, just to bring the potential tying run to the plate. First pitch to Napoli. He shortens up the show bunt and takes a fastball high, ball 1. Williams, Gill, and Sadler in left, center, and right for Tucson. Bard and Drew, Cayaspo, and Carter. The infield third to first. Bajanaro pitching and Brito catching. The 1-0 to Napoli. A fastball that misses high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. 8-5 Tucson. They've out-hit the Bees 9-4. Bajanaro ready, the 2-0. Fastball, that misses a little bit high. Ball 3. 3-0 the count. Kendry Morales is due next. Three balls, no strikes, the pitch. Fastball down the middle for a strike, and it's 3-1. And Bees batting in the 9th inning and trailing for the first time this year. The 3-1. Fastball high, he walked him, and the leadoff man is aboard for the Bees here in the 9th inning. 4th walk issued by Tucson pitching in the ball game, and that'll bring up Kendry Morales. 1 for 3, he singled and scored back in the 2nd inning. Since then, he's popped to short and flied to left field. So a runner at first base, nobody out. Now the Bees need one more batter to reach base to bring the potential tying run to the plate. Bajanaro ready to pitch. Drag, a fastball in at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Now the pitch. Morales grounds one to first and right through the legs of Carter down the right field line. Napoli takes the turn at second and advances to third. That ball right through the wicket of Chris Carter. And so now the Bees have runners at first and third and nobody out. Well, all 5 runs they played in the 2nd inning were unearned. So now runners at the corners, nobody out for Tommy Murphy, who's 0 for 3. called out on strikes his last time up. As the catcher, Brito, goes out to calm down Bajanaro, who's got to be a little disappointed after what might have been the double play ball, but it's certainly one out. Turns into nothing as the ground ball went right through the legs of Chris Carter. Second error committed by Tucson in the ball game. Pitch on the way, breaking ball, strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1 to the left-hand batter. Napoli at third, Morales at first, nobody out. The Bees trailing by 3. Bajanaro ready in the 0-1. Fastball high and outside. That evens the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Murphy looking for his first hit of the day to try to extend his hitting streak to 4 games. A 1-1. Curveball, strike on the outside corner under the letters, and the count's 1-2. Brian Speck is due next. Right now it's up to Bajanaro for Tucson as no one is throwing in the Tucson bullpen. A 1-2. Swung on and sliced foul out of play down the left field side, so the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Flag starts out towards right. If Murphy could get one up into the jet stream, a chance to tie this ball game up. The 1-2. Swinging a ground ball to third. Backhanded by Barton. Turns, goes to second for 1. Over to first. 2. A double play, and Murphy can't believe it. He thought he beat the rap over at first base. So it'll be a 5-4-3 double play. No run batted in. And now the Bees are down to their last out. It's an 8-6 ball game. But now Speck needs to get on base to bring the potential tying run to the plate. If Speck gets on, Curtis Pride has picked up a bat and will pinch hit for Adam Paskovich. Speck has walked twice and flied to left field as he takes low, ball 1. Complexion very different if Murphy is ruled safe at first. The 1-0 pitch, a fastball high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. And all 6 runs in this game for the Bees unearned. 2 balls, no strikes. Just 1 of the 8 for Tucson unearned. 2 balls, no strikes, the pitch. Speck takes a strike at the knees, 2-1. Third base, light tower shadow. On the left side of the infield, Brian Barton, the third baseman, standing in that shadow. As the 2-1 comes home. Breaking ball, strike 2 called on the outside corner at the knees, and now the Bees are down to their last strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bajanaro's pitch. Fastball inside, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, Curtis Pride has picked up a bat and will hit for Adam Paskovich if Speck gets on. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the payoff pitch. Fastball high, he walked him. And so the Bees are still alive as Speck draws his 3rd walk of the afternoon. And so now Curtis Pride will pinch hit. Pride 1 for 6 on the season. And he'll pinch hit for Paskovich, who goes 0 for 2. But Curtis will stand in, representing the potential tying run. The wind, though, blowing out towards right, and at this point in his career, most of Curtis's power is to left field and left center field. So a runner at first, 2 out, and the Bees trailing 8-6. So Curtis Pride pinch hitting here in the 9th inning for Adam Paskovich. Infield back, the outfield straightaway. Carter playing off the runner at first base. The pitch to Pride, a fastball high, ball one. 1-0 the count. He's advantaged only 4 hits on the afternoon. Now Bajanaru ready in the 1-0. Pride takes a fastball. That misses high. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. Reggie Willits is on deck. Two balls, no strikes. The pitch. Strike on the outside corner at the knees. 2-1. 2 walks and an error, along with a double play, have produced 1 run for the Bees here in the 9th inning. But they are in need of 2 more. Cajanaro, the 2-1. Fastball popped up foul, twisting out of play, back into the seats along the left field side. And now the count on Pride is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So once again, the Bees are down to their last strike. Curtis Pride trying to keep it alive for the Bees here in the 9th. Bajanaru ready, the 2-2 pitch to Curtis. Strike 3 called, a fastball on the outside corner under the letters. And that'll do it for this afternoon as the Sidewinders salvage the final game of this series. 1 run, no hits, 1 error, and 1 runner was left on the base paths. The final score this afternoon, the Tucson Sidewinders 8 and the Salt Lake Bees 6. Back with the 10th inning show next on ESPN 1230.
The game is over, and the fans are headed home. Stay tuned. The 10th inning show is coming up next. You've been listening to Salt Lake Bees Baseball on your home for the Salt Lake Bees, ESPN 1230 AM.
Listen up, Wasatch Front. The new Lakeview and Provo Orem directories by PDC are coming to a doorstep near you. The Phone Directories Company is proud to bring you the latest edition of these high-quality directories. You know, they're loaded with useful features, and now the new audio information section. Yeah, we even talk back. Just look for PD the Parrot on the front cover. He'll connect you with an endless amount of information. PDC Phone Directories Company. For more information, call 1-866-58-GO-PDC.
Safe Light Auto Glass brings you Jazz Talk Monday through Friday on 1320 KFAN. Only Safe Light Auto Glass technicians are Safe Tech certified, and maybe that's why more people trust Safe Light to fix their auto glass damage than any other company. Visit SafeLight.com or call 1-800-800-ASAP for 24/7 instant scheduling. And catch Utah's #1 sports show on 1320 KFAN Monday through Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. It's Jazz Talk, brought to you by Safe Light Auto Glass.
Hi, I'm Action Man.
Oh, I know who you are. Are you here to update my green sticker?
Why, yes, my strange fellow. Show Action Man to your furnace.
Well, here's my furnace. What do you think?
You definitely need a green sticker. We can do that for only $59. But let me ask you, how is your air conditioner?
Well, it's not working so well, and I like to have it cold in the summer.
I just happen to have a few air conditioners that I'm almost giving away.
Oh, that sounds great, Action Man.
Okay, you are starting to creep out, Action Man.
Listen up, Salt Lake. The federal government is regulating the air conditioning industry this year, and prices will increase $1,000 or more on 2006 air conditioners. Action has a limited number of new 2005 air conditioners and is selling them for only $16.95. This will be your last chance to get a new air conditioner at such a low price. First come, first served for the fully installed new 2005 air conditioners for only $16.95. Take action. Call Action Plumbing, Heating, and Air at 363-5575. That's 363-5575.
Welcome to the 10th inning show, a complete recap of today's game, as well as a look at other games around the major leagues and the Pacific Coast League. Once again, let's go back to the ballpark with the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
Welcome back to Tucson, where it's time now for the 10th inning show, a wrap-up of today's game between the Bees and the Tucson Sidewinders. Won by Tucson by a final score of 8-6. Here are the final totals in the ball game for Tucson. 8 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors, and they left 9 runners on base. for the Bees. 6 runs on only 4 hits, 1 error, and they left 2 runners on base. The winning pitcher, Dustin Nippert, now 1-0. The losing pitcher, Jonathan Rauenhorst, now 0-1. Jeff Faginaro records his first save of the season. Time of the game, 2 hours, 38 minutes. The paid attendance, 4,664, which does not include the 105 dogs that came on Park in the Park afternoon here in Tucson. Well, after the Bees fell behind 1-0, they plated 5 unearned runs in the second to take a 5-1 lead, but the Sidewinders kept chipping away. 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth. Dustin Nippert was in the midst of retiring 13 batters in a row. Then in the bottom of the 7th inning, the Sidewinders cash in with 4 runs to take the lead and go on to win and salvage the final game of this series. But I'm sure if you ask Brian Harper if he thought the Bees could come down here and win 3 out of 4 to start the season on the road, he'd take it. And that's exactly what the Bees did, identical to what they did a year ago in Salt Lake City against the Sidewinders, winning 3 out of 4, winning the first 3, and then dropping game 4. Eric Ibar and Howie Kendrick faced the Bees with a pair of 2-run singles, but it was Donnie Sadler's 2-run double in the 7th that put Tucson ahead to stay. So the Bees now 3-1 when they head to Las Vegas tonight to open up a 4-game series against the 51s tomorrow night at Cashman Field. More on that in a little bit. Coming up next, though, a check of our Avra scoreboard after this 2-minute timeout on ESPN 1230.
After running around your house trying to sleep on every piece of your furniture each day, your dog could use a massage and you could use something to drink. You get a night out at the dog-friendly Save a Stray soiree at the Hotel Monaco on April 22nd. It's a charity event from No More Homeless Pets in Utah, a coalition of animal rescue groups and shelters throughout the state. Your dog gets a chance to share thoughts with a pet psychic and a massage, while you can eat, mingle, and drink with other pet-loving folks. Hey, we'll even rent you a dog for the evening, hoping you'll adopt it. Bid on an African photo safari, or bid to have Peter Mack paint a portrait of you and your pet. Buy tickets at utahpets.org or call 364-0370. From No More Homeless Pets in Utah, a coalition of animal rescue groups and shelters throughout the state.
How would you like to get paid $1,000 simply for losing ugly fat? DJ Diet here at K-Slim Radio. I've been authorized to pay my listeners $1,000 each as part of a real-life weight loss study now underway coast to coast. How many more attempts at losing weight are you going to endure before you understand the fact that all diets are impossible to stick to? That's why this study is testing a very unusual dieting concept. Diet only 15 days of the month. This unique diet concept, called One-Day Diet, allows you to go off the diet 15 days out of 30. All participants who get paid $1,000 will be documented proof that revolutionary One-Day Diet outperforms every other diet when used by real people in real life. Go to www.dietstudy.com to enroll. One-Day Diet is for those who have fallen into dieters' despair and are looking for a real solution. To join the largest ever real-life weight loss study and get paid $1,000, simply go to dietstudy.com. That's dietstudy.com.
Welcome back to Tucson, where it's time now for the Avra scoreboard as we take a look first at the PCL. Again here today, Tucson defeats the Bees 8-6. Elsewhere, Iowa took 3 out of 4 from Albuquerque after their 7-1 win over the Isotopes today. At Omaha, after losing the first 3 games, Nashville salvaged the final game with an 11-5 win over the Royals. New Orleans made it 3 out of 4 over Round Rock as they put together the first shutout of the year in the PCL, blanking the Express 2-0. Las Vegas completed a 4-game series sweep of Fresno by blasting the Grizzlies 12-4. Oklahoma finished off a 4-game series sweep at home against Memphis by edging the Redbirds 7-6. At Tacoma, the Rainiers in the 7th of Game 1 of their doubleheader, leading Colorado Springs 9-0. 2 home runs for Greg Dobbs in that one. And at Portland, in the bottom of the fourth inning. It's the Beavers 6 and Sacramento 2. Former Stinger David Matrenga with his first home run of the year for Portland. In the major leagues, all of the action in the American League has been completed. Cleveland edged Minnesota by a score of 3-2. Johan Santana pitched well for Minnesota, but is now 0-2. Tampa Bay topped Toronto by a score of 5-2. It was Boston defeating Baltimore 4-1 at Camden Yards. Detroit suffered its first loss of the year, falling at Texas 5-3. The White Sox win at Kansas City 3-1. Jim Thome with his third home run of the year. The Yankees walloped the Angels 10-1 as Bartolo Colon was not sharp. Jorge Posada goes deep twice for the Yankees. And at Seattle, the Mariners fall to Oakland by a score of 6-4 as the A's sweep that series. In the National League, Bobby Abreu homered in the bottom of the ninth inning, a 3-run shot to give the Phillies a 6-3 win over the Dodgers. Phillies are now batting in the nightcap, trailing the Dodgers by a score of 6-2. Elsewhere at New York, the Mets plated a run in the bottom of the ninth to defeat Florida 3-2. Pittsburgh a winner at Cincinnati 5-3. At Houston, the Astros dumped Washington 7-3. Arizona shut out the Brewers in Milwaukee 7-0. San Francisco scores 2 runs in the bottom of the ninth to defeat the Braves 6-5. And Colorado, with a 7-run fifth inning, beat San Diego by a score of 10-4. And at the Masters, Phil Mickelson on 18 with a 3-shot lead over Tim Clark. A large group at 4 under, including Jose Maria Olazabal, Retief Goosen, Tiger Woods, and Fred Couples. Chad Campbell also in that group. And so that is your Abra scoreboard. Back with some of the highlights from today's game right after this 2-minute timeout on ESPN 1230.
National Guard.
My name is Cheryl Hatcher. I joined the National Guard because of September 11th. I wanted to make the difference in the world. The Guard is a huge help to the community. It's amazing the support that we give to the community and that the community gives to us. If you were someone coming to me saying, I want to join the Guard, I would absolutely say that it's really one of the best decisions. We're going to give you your education. There's no way of saying, I can't afford it. Hear the story about how the Guard changed my life at 1-800-GO-GUARD.com.
Sponsored by the Utah National Guard. Aired by the Utah Broadcasters Association and this station. Safe Light Auto Glass brings you Jazz Talk Monday through Friday on 1320 KFAN. Only Safe Light Auto Glass technicians are Safe Tech certified, and maybe that's why more people trust Safe Light to fix their auto glass damage than any other company. Visit SafeLight.com or call 1-800-800-ASAP for 24/7 instant scheduling and catch Utah's #1 sports show on 1320 KFAN Monday through Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. It's Jazz Talk, brought to you by Safe Light Auto Glass.
Bikini Cuts here again, and we have to admit that some of you protesters have been, right. We've received complaints about how men will be changed by coming into Bikini Cuts. Well, it's starting to happen. In fact, earlier today, 2 tough construction guy types were seen relaxing in our West Jordan location getting pedicures and talking about the advantages of eyebrow waxing. And at our Sandy location, a business-driven lawyer took time to have his roots colored while receiving a hand massage. So protesters, take satisfaction in knowing that you were correct. We are changing that. Well, not into the sex-crazed potential rapists that you spoke of. No, we are opening their minds to the advantages of pampering. We're letting men know that it's okay to take some me time, to let loose their full man beauty potential, to feel all right about having a nice pedicure under those work boots. Bikini Cuts, making Utah easier to look at, one man makeover at a time.
Bikini Cuts on 103rd South and 13th East in Sandy, or on the corner of 7800 South and Redwood Road in West Jordan, or online at BikiniCuts.com. It's always hot at Bikini Cuts.
All right, welcome back to Tucson, Arizona, where the Bees were trying for that series sweep of the Sidewinders. Tucson scoring in the first inning to take a 1-0 lead with 2 outs and nobody on base. Chris Butchek, who struggled today, walked Scott Hairston, and then Chris Carter lifted a fly ball to left field that Ryan Speck broke back a little bit late on. Did get a glove on it, but could not control it. It went for an RBI double, and it was 1-0 in favor of Tucson. But then the Bees would come right back in the second inning with 1 out. Kendry Morales singled to right field. Then Tommy Murphy hit what appeared to be a double play ball to the shortstop Stephen Drew, who bobbled it, and then were to lose the double play, and then his throw to first was wide of the mark. Everybody was safe, and so runners were on first and second base with one out. Ryan Speck then walked to load the bases. Adam Paskovich hit a fly ball to center field, a sacrifice fly, and that brought home Morales to tie the game at 1-1. A wild pitch advanced Murphy to third, Speck to second, and then Willits walked to reload the bases for Eric Ibar. 2-0 to Ibar. Swung on and ripped to right field, a base hit. In from third, Murphy will score. Speck in behind him. Racing for third is Willits. It's a 2-run single for Eric Ibar, and the Bees take a 3-1 lead. So 3-1 at that point. And again, Ibar, speedy on the base pass, stole second to put runners at second and third with two out for Howie Kendrick. A 3-0 pitch on the way. He has the green light, and he punches it into right field. It drops in for a base hit. In to score Willits. Ibar around third. The throw up the line and not in time. It's a 2-run single for Howie Kendrick, and now the Bees lead it 5-1. 5-1, but the Sidewinders were chipping away as the innings went on. They got a run in the second on an RBI single by Alberto Callaspo. Again, a rally that began after there were two out and nobody on. Then Scott Hairston reached on a two-base error at first base by Dallas McPherson as he was unable to handle a high but catchable throw from Adam Paskovich. Chris Carter walked, a fielder's choice, left runners at first and second with one out. Matt Erickson singled to center field to score Carter to tie or make it a 5-2 ball game. Actually, that made it a 5-3 ball game. They made it 5-4 in the fourth when Marlon Williams walked, stole second, went to third on a ground out to second, and scored on Stephen Drew's ground ball to second. And that made it a 5-4 ball game. It stayed that way until the bottom of the seventh. Again, Jonathan Rauenhorst retired the first two batters of the inning, but then Chris Carter singled, Brian Barden singled, and that brought pinch hitter Jerry Gill to the plate. The 2-0. Line hard and off the glove of Ibar into center field. Carter comes around third to score. The throw to third and safe at third base is Barden on the throw through. Gill takes second, and we're tied at 5. Again, a hit was credited on that ball off the glove, as two key hits in this game actually were touched by a Salt Lake defender but unable to hold on to it. So the game tied at 5. Runners at second and third for Donnie Sadler. Pitch. Swung on and drilled into right center field, a base hit. In comes Barden around third, and heading for home is Gill. The throw to second base, not in time. It's a 2-run double for Donnie Sadler, and the Sidewinders take a 7-5 lead. Then Juan Brito was hit by a pitch. Marlon Williams walked to reload the bases. That would be all for Jonathan Rauenhorst, but then Jason Bulger came on, worked the count to 3-2 before walking Alberto Callaspo to make it an 8-5 ball game. The Bees would get a run in the ninth as Mike Napoli walked, took third on an error by the first baseman Carter, who let Kendry Morales' ground ball get through his legs and into right field. Then Tommy Murphy bounced into a 5-4-3 double play, a bang-bang play over at first base. Then Brian Speck walked to keep the hopes alive, but Curtis Pride was called out on strikes to end the ball game, and the Bees suffer their first loss of 2006 by a final score of 9-6. Well, it's on to Las Vegas next for the Bees, and we'll preview that four-game series after this final 2-minute timeout on ESPN 1230.
Action Man.
Oh, I know who you are. Are you here to update my green sticker?
Why, yes, my strange fellow. Show Action Man to your furnace.
Well, here's my furnace. What do you think?
You definitely need a green sticker. We can do that for only $59. But let me ask you, how is your air conditioner?
Well, it's not working so well, and I like to have it cold in the summer.
I just happen to have a few air conditioners that I'm almost giving away.
Oh, that sounds great, Action Man.
Okay, you are starting to creep out, Action Man.
Listen up, Salt Lake. The federal government is regulating the air conditioning industry this year, and prices will increase $1,000 or more on 2006 air conditioners. Action has a limited number of new 2005 air conditioners and is selling them for only $16.95. This will be your last chance to get a new air conditioner at such a low price. First come, first served for the fully installed new 2005 air conditioners for only $16.95. Take action. Call Action Plumbing, Heating, and Air at 363-5575. That's 363-5575.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katie Rodan. Dr. Kathy Fields and I created Proactive Solution because acne is the number one problem we see in our practices. As dermatologists, we treat acne as a physical condition, but what really affected us was seeing the emotional toll acne takes. So maybe you're the one with the breakouts. You shy away from social situations, you avoid being photographed, or you won't leave the house without makeup. So what's preventing you from trying Proactive? My guess is that you're afraid. You're afraid that it just won't work, afraid to get your hopes up, only to be disappointed. This time you don't have to worry. We are so confident that Proactive will work for you that I'm offering you a 60-day risk-free trial of Proactive Solution.
To get your risk-free 60-day trial of Proactive Solution, just call 1-800-508-0422 and you'll become a believer. Just call 1-800-508-0422. 1-800-508-0422. Call now.
Welcome back to Tucson, where the Sidewinders salvaged the final game of the series by a final score of 8-6. Now the Bees head on to Las Vegas tonight to begin a 4-game series tomorrow against the 51s, who are coming off a 4-game series sweep of the Fresno Grizzlies. Tomorrow night it'll be right-hander Kevin Gregg making his first start, although he did throw 2 innings of shutout relief on Friday here against left-hander Eric Stoltz. The rest of the series on Tuesday night will be left-hander Joe Saunders against right-hander Chad Billingsley. Wednesday evening, Dustin Mosley for the Bees against right-hander DJ Holton. And then on Thursday, Jared Weaver makes his second start against veteran right-hander Aaron Seeley. Again, all of those games begin at 8:05, so the on-deck circle each night gets underway at 7:45. So we thank you for joining us on this Sunday afternoon. Our thanks to Dave back in our studios in Salt Lake City. And our thanks to you for listening once again in 2 hours, 38 minutes. And in front of 4,664, the final score, the Tucson Sidewinders 8 and the Salt Lake Bees 6. I'm Steve Klauke saying, have yourself a pleasant Sunday evening and so long from Tucson.
Been the 10th Inning Show. Make sure to be with us next time for Salt Lake Bees baseball on your home for the Salt Lake Bees. ESPN 1230 AM.